Yeah, we should be in here. Back in the building. Let me see if we got everybody in here. Y'all know what to do. It is that time on this beautiful Monday morning. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. Looking all crispy and clean on the screen. And welcome, y'all. Welcome back to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the ClassE Morning Show. I'm your host, ClassE, at patreon.com/ClassEbeats. By the way, the link is in the description as well as in the pinned comment in the chat. And y'all know we take no days off here on the channel. Happy Labor Day to those of y'all that are celebrating, getting the day off as well. But you know, we're going to show up. We're going to be here. And we got a lot to get into when it comes into this Donna Adelson trial. We're going to start catching up. We're going to finish some of those phone calls that we were reviewing on Friday, and then we'll get to cross-examination and some surprising witnesses coming up. Y'all get ready for it. It's gonna be a good time. But before I get into it, I've got to say what's up to the people, man. We've got my awesome, amazing Amy is in the building. Shout out to Amy in here, always showing up and showing out. Les Cleaver, we got Jay Money, the big dog, Jay Buckmaster's back at it. Good to see everyone this morning. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Now, to everyone that's joining us, I do not ask for much on this show, but the one thing I do ask is that you all like the video on your way in. It's free. It takes less than a second. Lets the algorithm know that you guys are enjoying the show, and it shares the video and the channel out with more people. So big thank you to all 1,100 of you have liked the video already, which is insane. Thank y'all so much for the love. Thank you all for liking the video so effortlessly. It helps us out so much, so thank you. I will also be reading super chats as we go throughout the show. So thank you to everyone who goes the extra mile and sends in super chats. Let me know what y'all are doing for this Labor Day. It is Labor Day, right? I don't really do holidays like that unless it's like Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter, celebrating our Lord's resurrection. I don't know. I don't keep track of them. Shout out to those of y'all in here. We got Les Cleaver in the building with the first super chat of the day. He says, with the 5 bomb, through all our challenges in life, God has us under his arms, loving us and protecting us. Yes. Stand in faith as he has the answers. Amen. Thank you, Les Cleaver, for the support. Always showing up. And he's taking a day off today as well. I know Les Cleaver is probably feeling weird because he's one of the hardest working guys I know. And he's never taken a day off. So enjoy your time, Les Cleaver. You deserve it. You earned it. And I appreciate you being here as well. All right, I think that is going to be it. I think I got everybody in here so far. Again, if y'all haven't yet, please make sure you like the video. Also, if you're feeling extra generous, you can go and share the video as well, which is what I'm going to do right now and let everybody know that we're in here still on this holiday having a great time. So I dropped the link over on X. If you hit the share button, you can share it on X. You can share it on Facebook, Instagram. You can even share it on text to whatever group chat you're in. Let them know where y'all are going to be hanging out this morning and going into the afternoon. We've got a lot of court coverage to get into, so I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. So where we last left off, we were going through some of these phone calls, and I'm going to tell you guys, these phone calls between Donna, between Charlie, between Katie, they're frantic. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do about this person who's trying to extort them. Now, as we know, going throughout this trial, the person trying to extort them is actually an undercover police officer, and they set up this situation. They called it the bump, and they're trying to see what's going to happen as a result of someone saying that they know Tuto, and they're trying to get more money out of the Adelson family. So we're going to get right back into this testimony. We're going to hear some more phone calls, and we're eventually going to hear about Donna trying to flee the country. It gets insane, man. Here we go. Y'all check it out. Let's get into it. Like the video on your way in.
Oh, no. I won't reach out unless they show up again, but, you know, whether it's a letter or whatever, but the point is that somebody's being paid a lot of money to do his job, all right? So they're trying to investigate. How do you get the investigation going? You stir the pot of soup, and you see what comes up on the bottom. That's what well, if that's what it is, they're doing, yeah, listen, you got to put yourself on the other side. That's true. If this was your family member, you wouldn't hire a private investigator. You hire someone or whatever you're trying to do. If it's someone saying, hey, let's see.
So what we're listening to here, this is a conversation that Charlie is having with his mother, Donna, and they're trying to figure out who this person is that's trying to extort them. Charlie seems to think it's a private investigator or somebody working for Danny's family. Donna, she's just going on with it, saying, yeah, that's true, whatever. She has no idea what's going on. Here we go.
Listen, they got theories out there, okay? This is probably one of their theories, is that someone in our family paid for something to be done, right? So if they paid, it would make sense that someone's come back for more money. So let's either make up some sense or make up some names or do something like that and see if all of a sudden it's, and listen, it's, you know, does it either A, bring them into the police so they can sit down, tell us what they know, which is fine, tell them what they know, or we go ahead and they all show up to claim the prize. They didn't have to go out and kick doors down, they all showed up. It was really funny. It was like 90 people they worked up with that. So listen, it's a good idea. I just think they're barking up the wrong tree. But if they go to Wendy, it defeats the purpose of like, of not stressing her out, and she'll be the first one to go to the FBI.
Judge, should we have a stretch break?
We are going to have a break. Give the jury the bailiff will take you to the jury room.
Of course, we come right into a break. Let's skip ahead here because obviously we got some delay because this was from the other day. Here we go. Good morning to everybody just joining us, by the way.
However, the pleasant way is the ends near. It's capital.
Torture will continue until morale improves. All right, let's skip to RR. Could you set up RR for us, please?
Yes, it's on 429, the day after all the calls we just listened to, and it's Catherine McMahon went to Charles Adelson at 3:03 p.m.
Okay, RR, please.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
your phone was weird. It was like it was doing a dial tone.
Yeah, it's weird. I tried picking it up. You weren't there.
If you want to, I did. What was that? Alright, no, I was just gonna tell you like, I'll make you
I said you what?
I'm gonna pass like, where you left my shirt.
Now he's talking to Katie.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Are you,
I have a freaking gas. Yes, I was like, oh, I got to leave that one. I don't know how to Huh?
Yes.
Are you at the gas station or you're out now?
Actually.
Okay.
So, maybe enough? Maybe? That work?
That's good. Boring day.
Huh?
Boring. Yeah. Sometimes boring is a good thing.
Yeah?
Listen, I
Mine
thought really hard. I didn't know what a married man with kids wants for his birthday. So I thought if I was married and I had kids, what would I want for my birthday?
A fucking dildo?
Exactly.
That's what you do.
But I forgot to get, I didn't have time to get a car from Walmart to say exactly.
Yo,
what
that's
I wanted
weird.
to say, so.
You're never gonna expressing yourself anyway.
I know you did it myself anyway. But anyway, I think I hit the nail on the head with the birthday card. I think I hit it out of the park.
Wow. So natural.
I know.
What was I gonna say? Like, I'm just saying, like, nobody's gonna look at me like funny and shit. Like, I don't think you're
Yeah, I know, the other day, I still bought this shit stop buying a dress on.
Oh, okay, because, like, I just don't want to do it. What's up?
No.
Yes. I'll be like, hey, what's up? Can you, like, roll for me?
So tell me, how far are you from now?
Like, right now.
Are you there now?
I'm walking.
Okay, call me after you,
So now, the number to enter, okay.
Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off to read the number. Take your shirt off so you can read the number.
Oh, this is where they were talking about. Take your shirt off so you can read the number.
Wouldn't it be easier to just write it on your hand? You want to get a dress or the number?
Fucking idiot. He's just so weird. I don't know, man. Sometimes, I don't know. Just looking at that.
I can be good looking or I can be smart. And I choose to be good looking.
So who told you that lie, bro?
It's not with me. Wouldn't be fair if I was good looking and smart.
Oh, this is the race? This is the one that I was supposed to have?
It just makes me good looking.
Let's go up now.
Like that.
They're saying the number to get into his house
Is your camera
was
on?
tattooed on her.
It's not what?
Is your camera on? Camera roll.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't want to do it, you know. I watch catching me like freaking taking my nose and shit.
Don't see the rain.
Huh?
Don't see
I
it.
think,
Cameras. Cameras everywhere. See the rain? The rain's
dude, I'm fucking small.
What?
I'm small.
What's small?
I'm small.
Here, the rain feels good, doesn't it?
Huh? Yeah. Well, the camera's on me. Damn! You know what's the come up? This Ferrari over here.
Ferrari. You spent how much on the Ferrari? And you said it was your dream car? Just think, you spend the same thing on a dream, you get your dream girl. Like Junko. Like Junko was 19.
How did you put in this, bro? My husband's small.
It's an air freshener.
Oh my god, no, what the fuck? So I look at it now. I wish I could the Ferrari, that would have been a present.
You were my son. I guess.
Huh?
Yeah, that's just what you need to do.
What?
From the Ferrari home.
Yeah, whoa, did you double bag it?
Yeah.
All right, Simone. Okay. Let me. Fucking treat, what's your nicotine? Fucking something.
He's talking about the money here.
Huh? No?
You turn your trunk.
I don't know what to. Why?
Hey, just open and get on.
Why?
Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Charlie's having all these conversations at his office too, which is wild.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's so hot.
Did you open it?
No, I didn't.
And then you're gonna open it when you get home?
Oh, why? What is in there?
There was a gift card.
Oh, doesn't no one heard out in the street? But you like to do that stuff. Who's freaking home right now?
It's gonna be all
Dang, she was saying that she heard on the street Charlie likes to do heroin.
Just wipe the cabin side and
Jeez.
read the machine. What's your Hummer?
Or fucking truck or whatever, but in what yard?
Oh no, that's got a Jeep. It's like a
Oh.
badass. It's blue. You got like a 4-door. Like,
Yeah,
Jeep.
it's more too.
Yeah.
And I was gonna go by the farm store. Yeah, ironic. The farm store.
Yeah, sure. You live by farm store?
Hmm?
You live by farm store here?
Yeah. I did for that. Oh my god, it's so fucking hot. It was a great beach day. I could have just jumped on your boat.
You think about anything? Honestly. That's why I also,
No, I'm gonna buy my own, okay? I don't need anybody's hand me down. It's yours. What's yours is yours. And I don't want to mess anything.
do you want me to tell you my vote?
No, okay. I look for one, man.
Mine's probably not fancy enough for you.
Now, you know what? I really wish you would have given me that bubble. I miss that car.
You think so?
Yeah. You don't miss it? You just
Yeah,
need parents that have that type of car.
I drive it. I didn't like it ride. Honestly, I got pulled over a few times. People profiling in that car.
Of course. But I remember one day you went to the office and you said, I'll just go this dude like fucking you like whoa. Like I'm like I've heard things about you and I'm like and like your hair was like, oh I haven't got a haircut and you're like I have no receipt and I'm just like, yo, fuck yeah. I got receipt in my car. Because Don doesn't have an receipt. And you're driving the car, you should have told me that from the get. I would have been like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I go back. See, the only thing with the range is, you have to turn it out. You're working with Brace. I think Brace is going to be like $3,000, $4,000.
No, I already have my heart set on what I want to get.
What do you
Now she's talking about what kind of car she's gonna buy.
Right, I'm gonna get the Escalade, I'm gonna get the fucking, the River. Like, I have my heart set on it. So.
Yeah, and I can tell you something else. Since that car was made like 04, when they to like save money on like gas and shit, my vehicle would get like 9 miles per gallon. I had never driven a car that had gas.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, it makes gas just look like a fucking like shit gas. Twice as fast. So, I'll tell you what, we'll figure something out. See what we can do about cars in the future.
What's up, CPE?
And just figure it out. And right now, it's nice in that the car payments.
Yeah.
Honestly, you talk to people, and the two biggest expenses they have outside of childcare are house payment and car payments.
Oh my shit. I think, you know what?
Hey, can I call you? Hey, let me call you for 2 minutes.
They talk. I never talk on the phone this much. This is crazy.
So here again is Charlie Adelson, friendly with Catherine McBanwell,
Yes, very.
and also friendly towards Sigfredo Garcia,
Yes, he was.
indicating he's got a birthday gift that he's procured for Garcia,
That's correct.
and offering McBanwell a Range Rover.
Yes.
I want to skip ahead to May 4th, 2016. Is there another
Oh, not May
final
4th.
attempt at a bump?
Dang.
Yes, there is.
Could you tell us about that, please?
A text message was sent from the undercover to Mrs. Adelson's cell phone at early in the morning, late at night, 2:09 a.m.
What's the content of
Shout
the
out to the
message
Star
that was
Wars
sent?
gang.
So the text read, "So you don't take me serious, you think I'm playing. You have some puta call me to see if I'm for real. If you think what Katie, baby, daddy did for you can't come back, you're fucking crazy. I want the," there's actually, I believe, a dollar sign there. "Now, or I'm
Money.
going," sorry, "or I'm going after the 100K, exclamation point."
And are there a few calls generated by that particular bump?
Yes, there was.
All right, could
Sounds
you set
like
up
they were-
SS for us?
They were calling this bluff. Like, yeah, okay,
Yes,
do
it's,
something about it, buddy.
The same day as the text message. Text message was, like I said, was at 2:09 a.m. on the 4th. That morning at 9:08, Katie McBanwell calls Charlie Adelson.
Okay, so this would be right at the, like, oh, I see. So about 7 hours later.
Correct. About 7 hours later that morning.
All right, thank you. For this one, we'll publish SS starting at 12:45, please. I think this call is going to be a follow-up on the gift for Garcia, is that right?
I believe it is.
Okay.
I don't believe they've talked yet.
All right, let's play SS.
It's in my person. Like when I was first, I probably didn't know about it.
So you haven't opened up the public space?
No. Why?
There's a
I'll open it later. It's scaring me, bro.
no. It's not like I put a fucking hamster in there.
Well, please come here. I want to know about it.
I got him a guinea pig for his birthday.
Aww.
He's been in there for 3 weeks in your trunk.
You're an asshole. Okay, I gotta get him.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
open it. It's supposed to be a birthday present for somebody. If you know it's his birthday.
His birthday is still going on, so.
Okay. Well, would it be okay if you told him for me, or are you going to do that?
So basically,
I don't know.
Well, she'll look and then you can tell me. Open the
I was
bottom
talking
page.
about her getting the
There's
money.
a very nice gift card in there.
Okay.
He's like, I got the money in the trunk. Open the trunk and go get it.
You know what he said? He told me, oh my god, that felt so bad. Like he's like, bro, like cause my mom always gets him a present, right? Like he took us out, like he used to come up for dinner and shit, whatever. My mom always does that, like for him.
What's up, Sam?
And he told me, he's like, oh, you never get me a present, because I need to get him a present. He's like, who never gets me a present? I'm like, well, you're not 10 years old anymore, like get over it.
Well, I got
I
it.
have fucking get him a present.
Well, guess what? I actually did.
No, well, thank
So,
you.
you're welcome. So, open it up. If you think it's okay to get him, to make it old enough, then give him a present, okay?
What
And
fucking pocket pocket?
if you think it's not, then don't do it.
What pocket
Alright,
pocket?
just make sure the shit's in a safe place. I gotta run. Okay, this is late.
You gotta run, I'm fucking like, supposed to be in office, right?
It is stored something water in the sink, but that's all.
On my feet?
Is that what you said?
Huh?
Yes.
What'd you do on my feet?
I thought you said you still cooking with water in the sink.
I still it everywhere. I'm like, oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Right,
they on my feet, though.
In fact, don't forget to look it up.
Oh my God, that's
She said, "Stop talking about my."
Publish TT, please.
I'm not gonna say it out loud. The kids are watching. It's a family show.
We start at 4:55 on this one.
Dang.
I got he's got the drugs. He's
They're
fine.
not even playing the whole phone
Let's
call.
get started on it. And if you don't think it could cause anything, you can tell them this from maybe when you open up the present.
okay.
Remember the person
You
who
scaring
said,
me. I'm gonna put down, I'm gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna open it out before, I don't know, you're scaring me.
was it in your car or is it in your house?
It's in my house. But I get it.
Well, go talk and look what's in there and tell me if it's okay for a birthday present.
Okay.
All right?
What is my birthday present?
You get nothing.
Uh,
All right, I'll talk to you later. Dude, I got you tickets to the concert.
I know, thank you. I said thank you.
Where's Sanford? It's not your birthday then. Wait, you wait here.
Whatever. Yes, I got it with
And
it.
this is all conversation about Charlie giving them money for what they did, and him knowing who the people are, and it's why he's in jail.
I would feel
It's your
that.
other goddaughter. It's your goddaughter's birthday next month.
Oh, yeah? I got all these people that want me to adopt them.
No, well, you already know my kids.
I got like 60-year-old women and all different that saying, "Where's your kid?" And they got her having it. They go, "Can you adopt me?" Well, you get a father they are. Fucking amazing. I got Sally wants to be adopted. I got like 8 people that want to be adopted.
I want to be adopted. You want to adopt me? Adopt my kids?
I give you a little love.
You're the godfather.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Dang.
That one we've got
They had a weird relationship.
Charlie Adelson mentioning that he purchased concert tickets and a limo for Catherine McBanois.
Yes, ma'am, he did.
And McBanois refers to her own child as Charlie Adelson's godchild. Is that right?
She did.
Now let's play You, please.
Hey, appreciate you, J Money. They had a super weird relationship, but I guess that's what happens when you kill somebody together.
Homes and paybacks and everything like that. Then people will go ahead and get their money lent and we pay back.
It's very interesting.
So that's really how people make a lot of money, is using other people's money to make it.
Oh, sure. It's a good way to do it.
So we'll see. I mean, Alex says if you have a good track record in 2 years, it will not be a problem raising capital at all. So that's what,
Yeah, it's good stuff. So are you on your way now to the gym?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So is everything else okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Just there.
Yeah, I figured it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see somebody today, or was it?
Uh-oh.
No, it's different, but I'll see you on Sunday, we'll talk.
You don't want to come down and see me tonight?
No.
Was it bad, or was it?
No. I'll see you Sunday. I'm sure yours.
I know, I mean, like, I can kind of talk to you, but like, you know, when I talk to you, you're not getting like appropriate responses.
Yeah.
Like my stories, it just seems like another like
Yeah.
Donna doesn't say much on the phone. She's smart.
Not yet.
Maybe they will.
That's
Well, I
what
think,
so far.
well, I think it's important if you've seen it before Sunday.
Well, where exactly are you going to be tomorrow? Dad is off tomorrow, so maybe we'll get a chance to meet. But Dr. Secretary is in.
He needs to give Mom an update.
Well, I mean, Doug in the afternoon, I haven't texted it. I haven't texted Adam yet. I'm supposed to meet him at some point because I mean, I can set up a meeting with him at any time. I mean, do you want to go up to my house in the morning or?
That might be a good idea.
Because I'll tell you what, I don't want to wait
Yeah, I agree.
and then you wait and something that could have been if the bond early becomes something that doesn't get in the butt early and then snowballs out of control.
Yeah, so maybe tomorrow, We're up early. So what we've got, what we making for breakfast or something, where, you want to meet Charlie for breakfast, Charlie? Yeah. You want us to come to you, right?
Well, traffic. I could.
This is after they got the message about the money.
And then we'll work something out, okay?
Yeah, let me do that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Sounds good. Let's discuss that one.
But I mean, I think it's just better that things get quite early.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't just call and let me know.
Just reasons. Let me talk to you tomorrow. You figure out your schedule. We're free until we have to pick up the kids. So we'll go around, but
Donna is not talking on the phone, man.
But, we'll do some other errands.
Okay, circling back to the Garcia birthday present, that was being discussed, it has been on a couple different dates, but in April of 2016. Is Garcia's birthday in April?
It is.
April 27th?
27th, that's correct.
Okay, thank you. All right, now back to our calls. Let's go to the next day, May 5th, 2016. So now Donna Adelson has informed Charlie Adelson about the bump text, right?
She informed me there was something that happened.
All right.
Correct.
And so do we have
So you got a bump
Charlie
text.
to Katie next?
That's correct.
All right, publish VV, please.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? What time is your new appointment? Okay, how do you get on?
He's happy fine. Like, he was trying to try again. I've got to finish doing a little bit of stuff we can do. I get to get I practically come about that he was trying. I'm just hoping that.
Wow, this is really hard to hear. Katie, this is Charlie calling. Katie says he's actually fine, like he something morning, I guess, and something, I gave him Motrin, amoxicillin. I forgot to give him Tylenol. Okay, who cares about this? Charlie says, so I'm on my way to Miami right now to do just to meet with my parents. They want to, and Katie says, he says they want to talk to me.
All right, that one, even for us, was too torturous. Let's do WW, please.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Albert.
Good, honey. How are you doing?
Good. I'm coming across the bridge now.
Oh, okay. Okay, wonderful.
Do you want me to come to the apartment, or do you want to come down?
We'll meet you outside, and we can walk to the pool area.
All right, sounds good.
Okay?
I'll see you soon.
Okay, I got you. Bye.
All right, XX, please.
This is them arranging a meetup.
Hello?
So,
What? Oh, you're going?
Yeah, it's hard to hear him too. I'll read if it's something important.
Yeah. Not that I was sure, but I don't even know. No, they're saying that it's a call, so.
You have a call?
Yeah, and I'm like, not that I know, not about my mind, but I was like, okay,
So, you first?
yeah, so I'm like, really, I just walking around, so I'll call you, I got, I mean, I got the okay?
So the house calling what you're looking. Okay. Michael, did you know you started ringing or did you die? Just when I text you, just you respond back to me and they're just getting on me. Right?
Well,
All right, so everybody's waiting to find out what this next thing is that Mrs. Adelson's got to say.
That's correct.
All right, play YY, please.
hey, let me call you a little bit, okay? I may just call you from the landline with my friend Adam's place in Miami. No down to the Gable stuff. I'll probably call you from the landline.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll call you.
And we're scrambling again. Listen, I don't know. If I were Charlie, I would have called this dude's bluff because they didn't say it. They made a great point. The guy who's allegedly extorting them didn't say what he was gonna do. What you gonna do? You're gonna try and harm my family? He hasn't really said what he's gonna do. He's just said pay up or what?
ZZ, please.
What you gonna do about it, bruh? Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, well, like trying to find my son, it's like, I don't even know where he is.
Just with the monkey bars.
Yeah, probably him, right? Okay, just give me a quick recap because, like what exactly on the
And I'm not asking you to do anything about it at all.
Oh, sorry, come on.
Pause it for a moment.
Yeah, we gotta go to an appointment.
I might have this a little out of order. Has the meeting already occurred at the Adelson's condo?
Yes, ma'am, it happened.
Okay, I'm sorry, I had that out of order. When did that happen?
That happened after he made the call saying he was coming over the bridge.
Okay.
Happened right after
and
that.
At that meeting, was there any surveillance effort made?
Yes, we tried to go and get close and do a recording.
Where did they go?
They were in a pool area inside the building, like a private area for residents only.
All right, so were you able to capture any of the recorded conversation? Were you able to record any of the conversation?
No, the three of them were in a corner by themselves and couldn't get close to them.
Who's the three of them?
Harvey Adelson, Donna Adelson, and Charlie Adelson.
Okay, so now this has been reported to Magbanwa, and she's about to get more information about what the text said. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, I'm sorry. Please resume the call.
Okay. So now we're going to get into what happened post call. So Charlie Adelson did all of this setting up. He did all of this talking back and forth. He was going to meet with his parents to figure out what they were going to do about this renewed quote unquote threat at extortion. Now we're going to get into what happened here. Let's see what's going on.
What the person said. So you don't take me serious. Andy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, the person says, so you don't take me serious, and you have some puta calling me up, Katie's baby daddy. So, and then it was like, so you don't know what, so you don't, or something, then there was something about it for you. And there was something about like, you don't respect what was done for you or something like that.
You don't respect?
Or you don't, no, you don't. It was like, it was like 20 words. You sort of started off with, so you don't think I'm serious. And then it was, you have something to Okay.
So, tell me.
Yeah, so you don't take me serious, and you have some puta call me up, Katie's baby daddy. You don't appreciate what was done for you or something like that. And then that was it. That was it. It just ended.
Right.
But it came from that same number. The person didn't block the number they're texting from.
Yeah, no, we already got to that. We got to that.
Yeah.
Point, right? I got you.
So don't do anything. And I have a feeling, it's one of two things. And I could care less. I just want the person to stop harassing me.
Well, go on the front. Okay, that's
But
it.
evidently, if you're whoever called, the person can give a shit.
No, I had a friend that called, but.
Yeah, so whoever it was that called, this person texted my mom 2 o'clock in the morning, didn't really give a shit.
I was referencing.
He referenced, the only person's name he referenced in the text was Katie's baby daddy.
Yeah.
So.
I'm accusing you of that. No, everybody has baby daddy.
Yeah, yeah, so the weird thing is, whoever it is, could really give a shit about what was said to him. Because he has no problem continuing to send text messages from that number.
That's the part that really bothers my mind.
Yep, so don't do anything.
Not afraid, obviously, somebody that's speaking or something. Somebody that can get all of this information. This is, I mean, just personal phone calls, a text, somebody, you know, like it's a lot.
Okay, this is my one fear. Nobody can protect somebody all the time. If it's a 1% chance that it is a bad guy who did something that, you know, I worry about my dad's safety going to an office where.
No, I get you, bro. You don't gotta like.
That's
the false out of me, like, show me, like, bro, both, like, no. Like,
yeah, I know, that's what,
right?
you know.
And whoever it is, if they're referencing to me, you don't think I'm scared?
Yeah, and whoever it is, like, whoever called.
They're coming after him again.
No.
He called him a poop guy.
That becomes even more of like, okay,
Yeah.
what he is now.
They're getting scared.
Is somebody else waiting for you to be like, hey, like, how's it going? Like, or.
Well,
And Katie's right. She says, or like somebody's trying to mess with you. Like, you get what I mean? Like, read between the lines.
Like somebody's trying
There's no
to,
threat
like,
there.
mess with you,
What's
like,
the
you know
threat?
what I mean? Like, read between the lines. It becomes
There's a
too
lot.
much more of like, damn, that is, like, what is going on?
and then if they do, they just throw a lot of information out that I don't know. So that's, which is crazy. The question is, where'd they get it from? Why don't we just go collect the reward, whoever has the information?
Exactly. Alright, we're saying the same thing with Senator Green, and it's just, it's getting to the point where it's like,
So don't do anything. I just don't, this is just aggravation, that's all. I just want my family left alone, you know. So that's my day. I'm gonna have a day off, so get to hang out with everybody, deal with nonsense.
right.
So,
Right.
it's,
Like, I try to remember so many, and it's so hard because you throw so many other details behind it, that it's like, when I have to, like, think it out of my head, like, I'm all over the place, because, like, you just talk so much more of what's not necessary.
no, I would do that. I would do a lot of tangents and shit. I just, listen, you're just my friend. That's the only reason I'm going to.
I know, I just think out because it's like, I don't even know, like, you know, I'm trying to help you out, and figure out what the hell's going on, so.
I wish I knew what was going on. One fucking crazy deep like that.
Alright.
So,
Goodbye, baby boy.
alright, good luck with his endo appointment.
How much time is it? How much do you need to anything?
Okay, folks. Alright, I'll talk to you later.
What does Mag Banawa do immediately after hanging up from this call?
She texts Secretary Garcia.
And did she ask him to call her?
Yes,
Does that call occur?
it does.
Publish BBB, please. And we're starting at, I guess, the beginning through the 2-minute 40-second mark, please.
Hello?
Yeah.
Are you on?
Yeah.
So, were you calling? One of my friends just called me. Was saying, like, remember when I had asked you that you gave me a waiver because somebody's around me and I started family?
Yeah.
She says, were you calling? One of my friends just called me and was saying, like, remember I had asked you, like, to do me a favor, I think is what she meant to say, because somebody's harassing one of my friend's family. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Like, they texted yesterday at 2 o'clock in the morning, not giving a shit, not blocking their number, the same freaking number that I had
Yeah.
to help me out or whatever, saying, obviously you're not taking me seriously. You have a puta calling me who is Katie's baby daddy, and I was like, what are they talking about? Like, he's texting me, my friend telling me, like, I don't even know if it's you or whoever. I mean, for some reason, these guys are gonna go out with, like, plenty of kids that have a lot of his friends. Like, I don't know who the hell it is. And, that you don't appreciate what was on free or something, and this is not gonna stop. But the funny is, how somebody know your voice, or even if they're talking about it. Yeah. Could be a completely different person for all I know, you know?
Yeah.
Just asking me because it's like, it seems, like, you know, because I told them, like, to help them, you know, they was like, oh yeah, I'll try to help you out.
Yeah, I think that's,
But it's funny how it just happened late last night, at 6 o'clock in the morning, like somebody got hit.
yeah. Yeah, I understand.
And they're not supposed to use that number because their parents will definitely need, you know, they got to how much more should they get her out. I think anybody should go through that. And it's funny, like, how do you get, you know, it's just calling his mom, like, it's not calling anybody else, or like, yeah, you can get it, you can look it up, or whatever, but it's pretty great. These are numbers.
Yeah, it's really great.
So, I just don't like, you know, the fact that my name is being thrown out, and baby blacks are being thrown out, like, what is all that?
Yeah, no, I don't know nothing about it. So, I'll definitely take care of it. Do you pick up either?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. BBB.1, please. No, we already did it. It's out of order.
No more. That's it. I think you're doing the right thing. Well, I'm thinking, I don't know, listen, I know that. You never know if you're doing the right thing.
Okay, I hear you.
Hear me out for 1 second. Talk to Dad a lot. And just figure it out together. Don't just rush, you know, but I think what we talked about is that thing.
Okay.
I mean, look, but think it's so small. I mean, listen, it's not.
It doesn't have to be tonight, sir.
What?
You don't think it has to be tonight?
In my opinion, I think the sooner the better. But I would be firm.
Yeah, I already wrote my letter. What's the name? Yeah.
This one's a little garbled, but is the gist of it that Donna Adelson is going to call the undercover number?
That's correct.
And does she do that?
She does.
When does she do that?
She does it, she tries to call him on 5/6 at 11:30 and receives a voicemail. She calls again at 5:06 p.m. after he tries calling her back.
Okay. And do you have evidence independent of the wire that the defendant downloaded some software to record this call on her own?
Yes.
All right, publish this call, please. It's on 117. It should be call 3 on that exhibit.
Hello?
This is Mrs. Adelson. Is this, Sammy? Okay, my grandchildren had my phone before, so, my...
Donna Adelson?
I'm Mrs. Adelson.
Yes.
Yes, my grandchildren had my phone before, so that's, and I just saw that you called.
Oh, okay.
You
left a message on my voicemail.
Right, I did.
Yes.
This is my problem. You approached me on Alton Road. You handed me an article from the newspaper about my ex-son-in-law. You told me I need to call you and help your friend who is in prison. Now, at the time you did that, I didn't understand what you were talking about. I didn't call you back.
Uh-oh.
Then you mail me a threatening letter. Then you send me a text message to my phone that says I'm not taking you seriously. So I am taking you seriously, and I really want you to listen to me.
I'm listening.
I have to tell you, I mean, this is important. I've been so stressed
Donna
out.
was
I have
freaking
spoken
out.
to 10 or 12 people who are close friends of mine, telling them about this and basically picking their brains and asking them what I should do, because I don't know your friend who is in jail. You mentioned a name. I don't even know his name. I never spoke to him. I don't know what he looks like. I've never met him. I'm sorry your friend's in jail, but I don't know what that has to do with me.
You know exactly what it has to do with. You know exactly what. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me. You just got to listen to me.
You need to ask your friend who this person looks like, what their name is, something, because I know there's a big reward out there, and if you need money for your friends, that's the way to get it. I mean, I'm asking you nicely. I don't know who he is. I am out of the loop. It is not me. If I can help, I would help. I mean, that's what.
Just like I told you. Listen to me. Just like I told you that day. We know that your family had a problem up north. We know that problem was taken care of about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And
You said, can she magically hear now?
has been taken care of.
Yeah.
And has been taken care of. Now my brother in jail, we were in Broward together. He told me the whole thing, and he hasn't been taken care of. You know. Now, all that's being asked for is 5K. That's all we're asking for is for 5K. And he told me everything, and I know everything. I know who's involved. I know everything, and I'll get the 100K for myself.
You know,
All I ask is to spend the 5K. Everybody knows what's going on.
I don't, you're saying everyone knows. I know I lost my ex-son-in-law. I did not have anything to do with it. That's why I said, ask him what. That's what my brother Sato told me. He told me everything when we were in jail. He told me everything, and who was involved. I know everything. Well, I don't. That's the problem. I am telling you, it's not me. It's not me. I have had a year of aggravation, a year and a half of aggravation over this. My daughter, my grandchildren.
Donna had
it
enough.
is not me. And when I asked my friends, what do they think? They said, well, this person needs to get a description of you because of what you look like, or it's not me. I don't know who caused it. It wasn't me. I mean, I don't know.
I'll tell you, just like that day when I talked to you, this is not going away. This is not going to go away. The Sato told me everything. He wasn't being taken care of. He needed the 5K. Send 5K. That's all we were asking for. Don't do that.
I don't know who Sato is. You don't understand.
We know you don't know who Sato is, but you know who Katie is. And you know the contacts Katie has. And she has...
I'm surprised she called this dude.
Let's stop fucking around. Okay? You know who Katie is. And you know that Katie has somebody that knows Sato. And they took care of a problem for you people. That's just the bottom line. The bottom line is you know who the fuck Katie is.
Look, I don't...
I'm no more than Mr. No, I'm not fucking around with it. You know who Katie is. You know that they took care of Katie and her people. Nobody's taking care of Tato. I know you don't know who Tato is.
No,
but we know who all of you are. And this ain't going away.
You know what?
So I can give you you send the 5K?
Here's what you need to do. You need to go and...
Don't tell me what to do. I know what to do and I'm doing it.
You're looking for money. Get $100,000 or whatever.
I'm not gonna lie, this guy does not sound intimidating at all. Y'all believe this dude? I would have heard this guy on the phone and been like, man, you ain't about nothing. Just get off my phone. Don't message me again. They should have picked
It isn't me.
a better informant, but I guess it worked out, so they know what they're doing.
That's why I said, ask your friends.
You're Donna Adelson.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Well, I know. We know who's involved in all this.
He said, we know. What you mean? What you mean we know?
This is not making sense. I mean, if you want the money, you should get it from the police. They can give you a whole lot more than you're asking me for money for someone. I can't do this. I have had too much stress and too much aggravation from this, and I don't know what you are talking about. I just don't know. I just don't know.
Good. I think you should talk to Katie. Talk to people that are involved in this. You'll know. You know what's going on.
I do not.
He said
That's
we.
why I'm
You can tell me, Adelson, you can tell me all you fucking want, but I know you know. Because I know, because I heard, when I was locked up in Broward with my brother, he told me everything. Everything. He told me everything.
Well, then
I just wanted to take care of him because fucking Katie was being taken care of with her fucking Cujo.
I just think instead of asking me, you should get the money from the police. There's a lot of money out there, and I know, if you think you know who this is, then go ahead and do it, because I know it isn't me. I know it isn't me. And I can't take this kind of level of stress. I just can't. I know I didn't do anything.
You talk to people, you talk to the right people, you talk to people, you make this 5K come to me. That's all I need. Just do it and get it to me. Do it and get it to me.
I'll call you
Bye.
back.
Does she call back?
No, she did not.
Does she call the police?
No, she did not.
Dang.
Do she and Charlie discuss, I guess she shares this recording with him, and they have further conversations about this call that she made?
Yes, they do.
And they're, at that point, 100% that the bump is the police, right?
That's what Charlie tells me, yes.
All right, let's publish CCC, please.
This is wild.
Hey, Charlie, how are you?
Sure, what's going on?
Good. Well, we just finished with dinner. We drove with Blackwell back to the hotel in Miami, and we just got back to the icon. So we just a little walk along the marina, and then we're going to go upstairs.
Guys, I just stepped away. I was having dinner with your uncle.
Okay. I'll let you go right back.
I will.
Just tell you that I did have that handpiece now.
Okay, great.
So I will.
Any questions? Any more nonsense from the patient?
Yeah, that's why, those things always get aggravating. That's why I love that bother me.
Was it,
I can't believe he let his mom call this dude.
No, and I did, I loaded that new app too. That's a joke show. I think you'll really be interested.
Okay, so you had, how long was the talk did you have?
8.
8 minutes?
Yeah.
You talked to the patient for 8 minutes?
Yeah.
And they were nice?
Well, not really.
Did they,
But
did
they took
did they,
help.
did they give any threats or anything, or?
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting, but I definitely want you to, I'll play the application tomorrow, but I wanted to make sure I got those stuff to you. So if that's
Okay, can we go to DDD next? This is Charlie to Katie about this,
Thanks for
this
being here,
recording of his
Riverdale.
mom's conversation with the undercover.
That's correct. That last phone call was at 11:17 at night. This is the following day, 5/7 at 5:07 p.m.
Okay.
Before you publish that, Mrs. Adelson, do you need your headphones or your amplifier to hear the evidence clearly? You may continue.
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good, I'm on a boat.
Are you with it?
I'm with a bunch of people, but I got a new TV to listen to. Next time I see you.
Okay.
So it's interesting, but it's 100%. 100%.
How many was that one?
Drop. It's a 100% record break, and if you want to drop the mic,
Oh, yeah? Yeah, let's hear it.
I just want to play when you're cruising along and you see a Vietnamese hot dog kid walking down the
Is
street.
it a long, is it a
Still
long
talking
date?
even more.
It's,
What's up, Truth Seeker?
The traffic over.
How about you, the pace?
The traffic's long.
I mean, you're old school, you know?
I know. It's just like a long single over 5 minutes long.
Oh, wow.
Lots of talking.
Wow.
Yeah. But 100%.
Did you already restate it aloud to yourself?
I heard
Did
it.
you hear it? Uh-huh.
I heard the track many times. I'm going to record it. It's in the background.
Nice.
Oh my God, it is like one of my friends do hot belly pig.
How did you just what?
Hot belly pig.
Hot belly pig?
Yeah, you know what a pig is?
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's cute. It's hot belly pig. So, Anyway.
Oh, what are they even talking about? We don't care about this.
As long as
He's talking about buying her a pig. Like what?
they're drop it like it's hot. Drop it.
They're talking about a whole lot of nothing.
Tell us about this call.
Here we go.
All right, I want to publish EEE. Could you tell us about this call?
Yeah, it's on the 512. It's Charlie Adelson to Donna Adelson at 6:18 p.m.
Publish EEE, please.
Hello, Charlie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Wait, guys, 1 second. I have to open the door. Wait, let me just get to the door. Hang on. Okay, Dad, you go with first, honey. Okay. Lincoln, you go next. Okay, honey. Up, up, up. Up, big boy. You can do it. I know you're trying. Hold on. Here, honey, because you have too much in your hand. Okay, here you go. Up, up, up. Honey, okay, because you're not in the corner. Okay.
No, tell him to move his fat ass.
You can say that's your sweet little blonde nephew who I just got his haircut and took him to McDonald's. They are happy campers.
They're just having a good day with grandma.
They are happy to make us different ones. It's fine.
He's like, why don't you cut his hair? I like it all too.
I know, but it was so long that he couldn't see straight at it, so he had to get trimmed. Classic. So how's my voice? You have to like you're having quite a bit to do.
Yeah, he has. I think it's changed. It's all mashed up. I can take care of this. That's a call.
What's the matter?
It's just the exit.
Oh. That's like me on my way to the office today. I had to go off to do the billing. And, like I said, I went all the way to the Atlantic. It's cold. It's not like you're not totally concentrating. Hello?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Which we're already going.
Well, I just wait. I just stop off at there. There with him. Anyway, so I just took the big no.
Oh, did you?
Just probably a little far. She's a few months older than me.
Uh-huh.
But, so actually, it's her birthday. Turns out Wendy's making her a little party in Finland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Wendy goes like
Talking
very
about going to a
far.
party.
You're not kidding.
So what she needs to do is, you know, she's obviously pregnant for a reason, but she doesn't want you to know anything.
Anything.
So my point is, if she doesn't want you to know anything, then don't ask anything. Just be happy, and then I can find everything out to tell you.
Okay.
So I was like, so what are you doing for your birthday? He's like, well, Wendy's making me like a little birthday dinner, a little get-together party. I'm like, ah, it's awesome. He said, yeah, she's doing it. He's like, I haven't heard anything. All I know is Wendy's putting it together for me, and she's doing me quickly.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, sounds awesome.
And all I knew is that she was going straight from work to the hotel where everybody is meeting for the Miami fellows that she got, and that she has to stay there tonight because it starts early first thing tomorrow morning.
Right.
So I guess in between she managed to do something else. Which makes me happy. I'm really glad. I couldn't imagine. Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
We're talking about meeting up. Somebody getting the present.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, the patient.
I can't even begin to tell you.
Yeah, you and me both. The patient is getting so, you know, once you know how.
Now they're talking about the patient.
Right. So
Oh my God, I couldn't. You don't understand. I couldn't act. I couldn't be happy because you know if they go to board of dentistry, first comes a huge pain in the ass.
Right.
If they go ahead and just are upfront about everything, you got nothing to worry about.
exactly.
Which is clearly what it is. It's
Yeah.
not 1,000%, but 10,000%.
Jen told me that yesterday. I don't have to tell you.
Not even, you understand, not even,
Not a question.
yeah. But not even like, oh, no, there's, I mean, Gladly, like, they were so nice about everything.
Right.
Just makes you feel so much better.
Sure. Oh my God.
No, there's no question. You know, originally I said this person's a really nice person. Remember I always said, I'm like,
Right.
they're really
They're
nice.
using code again.
Go to the board of dentistry. And And they turned out to be really, really nice.
Yeah, I was really glad to hear that. That made a huge difference. I was really worried. Now I slept so last night.
Mom, I just, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, I have a lot
And
of
then that told you what,
everything.
what I told task for, if it ever becomes an issue.
Yeah, whatever. Everything. Details.
And that's it.
I have a question about Kevin Barnes. Did you ever speak to him?
No.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to tell the girls they need to give it one more effort to try to email him, text him.
I would reach out through Facebook, so I'm saying.
Oh, that's the thought I never seen of that. I'll go on Facebook and take a look. I'll take a look.
Telling her to reach out to the patient on Facebook.
Pretty cute, has your case here.
Don't know what that means.
You know,
Let's skip ahead. This is all nonsense.
Yeah, thank God. Well, I am rolling into the icon garage, so careful. Okay. Keep doing it. So I know for it. Why not even Christ deserted?
Yeah. So you just, I gotta say, you just can't love it. You cannot. I mean, now that you know it, you cannot get upset. You can't let patients bother you.
No, you know, and I also know exactly what I'm doing. You know, I know exactly what the state of it is for.
You've been doing this a long time, so you understand. That's why you went to the front desk for a while. But you don't let the patients bother you. Just said, oh, but that's it.
Yeah, no, I got it. I'm good. All right, my love. You have a nice evening. Please take over the barracks today. Ready? Okay, please. I love you.
So upon learning that they're being investigated for murder, how did they react to that?
They seem pretty happy about it.
Really happy about it.
Yeah.
What?
To stay, members of the jury are to disregard the last answer.
And
They
was
heard
it the
it, though.
gist of how you got made that the undercover wasn't nasty enough?
Right.
It's not done like that. You got to have a beard and a hat and glasses, and you got to make threats and all that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said earlier. So this man's just saying, yeah, give me the money or what? He's not even saying anything.
Correct.
I
the
feel them on that one.
wire gets made, it's kind of business as usual, right? Back to Wendy and her love life, that sort of thing.
For them, yes.
Were any more checks issued by the defendant to Catherine Magbanua after the wire got made?
I believe that's when they stopped, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and look, though.
May of 2016 is when they stopped, right?
It was May of 2016, correct.
And after you came off the wire, was there a time when law enforcement went into the Adelson Institute?
There was.
Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, myself and my partner, Investigator Ice with TPD, went into the Adelson Institute with a subpoena requesting Catherine McMahon's employment records. And we began speaking with the front desk.
Right,
about
was
that.
Catherine Magbanua there working?
No, she was not.
Did you ever uncover any evidence of Magbanua working for that business?
No, the only thing they ever provided us was basically a list of the checks that we already knew about.
All right. Was a phone call captured from that business during the time that you were present in there trying to serve the subpoena and get these employment records?
Yes, one of the employees called Charlie Adelson while we were there. She walked to the back and called him and it was captured on the wire.
Wow.
All right. At this time, I'd ask to move into evidence States Exhibit 100, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
States 100 is admitted.
Permission to publish, Your Honor.
You may.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, the FBI is here asking for records for Katie.
For what?
That she works here?
I wouldn't give anything.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
the ex, did she work there? I was like, yeah, she worked there, but I don't know what she's doing. Because I've never sent there. Yeah.
Do me a favor. I'm not there right now,
Uh-huh.
and I'm in surgery.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's not my office. It's my dad's office,
Uh-huh.
so I can't give anything out.
Right.
I mean, I don't have access to it. I don't know where anything is.
Okay.
So you don't have access to anything.
So,
So
I don't know anything yet either.
yeah. So I would do this. I would not, I would not speak to anybody. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but it's my dad's office. Yeah. So I don't have access to any of that stuff.
What are you trying to say, Charlie?
So they can talk to my dad, and I'm sure they'll be able to get whatever they want from them.
Okay, understandable.
So if I had it, I mean, you can talk to whoever you want, since they don't want it, but, no, you know, you're gonna do whatever you can. Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, I shouldn't say don't talk to them. Talk to whoever on the plan you want to talk to, but it's not my office, and it's not your office.
Right.
So you don't have records to give them, and I don't have records to give them, so I'm sure they'll be able to help it out in any way they can.
Okay, so that's what I thought.
Tell them that it's not, I mean, it's not my office. The office was sold back to my dad, actually, a long time ago. So tell them that you will, because actually you're talking to the wrong Dr. Adelson.
Right.
So what you need to do is tell them that you will get in contact. So tell them, I mean, it's not your office. You
So
can't do that.
no, yeah, they said within 20 days of order statute, provide a bill of cause, with reason.
Are they there now, or do they?
Yeah, they're, but you know, in the back, I'm in the back, they're just waiting for me to come back.
Oh, they want records?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. I'm going to call you from the landline on your cell phone, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
During the surveillance of Catherine McVanoa, did law enforcement ever observe her to physically go to the Adelson Institute?
No, we did not.
Okay. And she later admitted that she did not do anything to earn those checks that she received, right?
That's correct. She did admit that.
Okay. And in at least this call, whose office does Charlie Adelson say the Adelson Institute belongs to?
He says it's his dad's office.
And has been for a long time, right?
Correct.
Okay. And that was said on what date? June 1st of 16, is that right?
Yes.
All right, now before we do this early breaking, I have one more thing. I want to try to circle back to the call that we had technical difficulties on, I think twice. So I want to go back to Matt Surrey, which was the
Thank you, Les.
restaurant conversation between Charlie and Harvey Adelson. You recall that?
That's
No more
correct. I do.
restaurant
And this call, L.1 on the State's Exhibit 99, is shortly after that, or maybe during that. Could you tell us?
Is this 1695?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's after the Matt Surrey meet, correct, between Charlie Adelson and his father Harvey Adelson, and this call
Charlie's
is
a special dude.
between Charles Adelson, Harvey, and also his mother Donna Adelson.
All right, thank you. Publish L.1, please.
Yes, I mean, you look at it's an hour and 15 minutes there, it's an hour and 15 minutes back to here, and I'll probably be there within 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm hoping to get to your place by 5:30.
Okay. It's, maybe just a little bit later. It's not going to be a lady.
No, I always talk to that one. So
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Can I just ask you one thing?
Sure.
Has there been any more problem?
No.
Zero.
Sure.
Yeah. Did
There's the
did
paranoia.
that tell you what I spoke to him about?
Yeah. And I have a couple of questions. That's what I want to check to shoot tomorrow.
Yeah, but it makes
Makes
perfect sense, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. There's some questions and things that I think need to be addressed. But, we'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'll talk to him about it. It's in a rush, and I'll still work to Monday.
Okay, sounds good.
Not like that's really tomorrow, but
Yeah.
and I thought everything through again and again and again, and I think I'm 100% right.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. That would be,
Or 99% right, because none of it makes any sense.
yeah.
None of it makes any sense. I mean,
No.
there's no,
Yeah.
it's not, I'm just telling you, it's not done like that. It's not. I know for a fact. It's not done like that at all. And they're approaching somebody who has nothing to do with anything, which is utility.
Yeah.
So, listen, my feeling is that, you go to, I'll tell you my feeling.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's utter nonsense. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. It's,
Yeah.
utter nonsense, and I wouldn't pay any attention. No attention at all. It's not done like that. It's flat out. It's not done like that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could say it on the phone without saying it, but it's not done in such a nice manner.
Yeah.
No, it's not done like that. It's done like that if you want someone to talk to you. Otherwise it wouldn't be done like that.
Yeah.
There's nothing, listen, if you're, I'll talk to you later. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I thought.
Donna's like, stop talking to me on the phone, boy. I'm not talking to you on the phone.
Are you going out tonight?
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be awesome, and that's supposed to go what I spoke to him about. So I'll even talk to you about it tomorrow. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Perfect sense.
Well, okay. If June comes out, we can do it afterwards because I can't just.
I feel like something I'm talking about, but just now she's got. She won't get out of the Dolphin Cheerleading until 5:30. She'll be sports bra, a pair of shorts, and all sweaty. So I'll whatever. So.
What is he talking about?
I'm 99.999% sure she's not coming. Actually, I'm basically like 100% sure.
Okay. All right then. So go and have a good night. Get some rest. I need to get down to sleep.
Sounds good.
I love you. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have fun. Okay, just be careful. Okay.
I love you, Kate.
Love you too.
Oh, look at all that love. All that murder and love. All right, so that was gonna be it. Let me know what y'all think about that, man. Charlie was scrambling, and eventually they did call the bluff of the guy who was trying to extort them, the officer who was playing someone who was trying to get money out of the Adelsons. They said, we don't think anything's going on here. And it appears like someone's either trying to get more information, investigating, whatever. We ain't tripping. We're not worried about it. Although they should have been. And here we are now. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments in the chat. We're going to keep it moving, and we're actually going to get into a little bit more of this testimony, and then we'll get into the full cross-examination. And then we've got some more witnesses coming up a little bit later. How are y'all feeling, man? We got over 1,600 of you in the building. 1,200 of you have liked the video so far. Thank y'all, man. I don't ask for much on this channel, but I do ask that you like the video. Likes are free. It helps us continue to grow. Thank you to everyone that's done that. I want to read some super chats real quick, and then we'll get right into it. All right, so who do we got in here? Shout out to Amy. She dropped the 5 bomb and said, make it a habit to talk about blessings more than burdens. Where focus goes, energy flows. Amen to that. She also gifted 5 of y'all memberships, showing major love. If you got a membership from Amy, y'all know what to do. Do the right thing. Make sure you say thank you to Amy. Your name will now be highlighted in that beautiful green, as you can see in the chat. You'll also get an access to all the members only content we have here on the channel, and you'll get instant access to any video that we drop as well. So big shout out to Amy, always showing up, man. Showing out. We got Jeannie is in here as well. Dropped the 5 bomb with the super sticker. Thank you for the love, Jeannie. And again, thank y'all all so much for the support, for liking the video. All right, let's keep it moving. We're going to get right back into it. And here we go. I need to find that comment. Let's go ahead and get back into this testimony. So now we've got a little bit more testimony going towards the end of the investigation by Special Agent Patrick Sanford. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting, because we've heard conversation about Donna, how she was at some point trying to flee the country and go to a country that doesn't have extradition. So again, not a great look for her, not a great look for Charlie and the rest of the gang. Let's see what happens here.
Sanford at this time. Students, Kappelman, is he on his way to the stand? Special Agent, do you remain under your oath to tell the truth and not want to swear anything again? But please answer all matters truthfully during the remainder of your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may be seated. Ms. Kappelman, you may continue with the state's direct examination.
Thank you, Judge. All right, so we concluded the wire calls yesterday. When, in relation to that wire, or just when were the arrests made in this case? Let's start with Sigfredo Garcia. When was he arrested?
It was May 24th, 26th, somewhere around there, of 2016.
Okay, and Luis Rivera?
A few days after that, I served him in the prison.
Okay, he was already in prison for an unrelated offense?
That's correct. He was already in prison.
So also May of 16?
That's correct.
Okay, and what about Catherine Magbanua? When was she arrested?
I don't remember the exact date. Could I refresh my memory with notes?
Yes. Do you have the notes with you?
I do.
Okay.
It was on 10/1 of 16.
And then do you have the exact dates on the other two in there as well?
I do. Mr. Adelson was arrested on 4/21 of 22. And
Garcia and Rivera was.
oh, Garcia and Rivera, yes. Mr. Garcia was 5/25 of 16.
Okay.
And Rivera, I don't have Mr. Rivera's exact date. Actually, it was the 6/3 of 16, I believe, is when we went back to interview him with the warrant.
Okay, so Garcia, 5/25 of 16, Rivera, 6/3 of 16, Magbanua, 10/1 of 16. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And Catherine Magbanua ultimately went to trial and was convicted, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and post-conviction, did she offer a proffer?
She did.
What is a proffer?
A proffer is an agreement with the defense and the prosecution to where she can come in and talk to us and tell us what happened without it being used against her.
Okay, so that occurred on, I have October 11th of 22. Does that sound
That's
right?
correct. That's the first proffer, yes, ma'am.
And were you present for her proffer on that date?
Yes, ma'am.
And also a follow-up interview with her on November 28th of that year, 22?
That's correct.
Okay, and at that point, the investigation had been ongoing for over 8 years at that point, right?
It had.
Okay, was there anything that Ms. Magbanua revealed in her proffers that was new to us or that confirmed something that we had not known of before?
Yes, she told us about the first time that Mr. Charlie Adelson approached her and asked her if she knew someone that could take care of someone. She told us about that and when it was.
And she was able to give us the actual date that that occurred based on some surrounding circumstances, right?
That's correct.
What was the date?
She said it was October 31st of 2013, the year prior to the murder, on Halloween.
All right. And did she say where she was when that when the topic was first broached with her?
She did. She said she was on Lincoln Road at a party with Mr. Adelson.
All right. And were you able to discover any evidence to confirm that Mr. Adelson was in fact on Lincoln Road that night, as she claimed?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I was familiar with Lincoln Road because it's a popular road in South Beach. So we looked back and found a text message where Mr. Adelson said he was on Lincoln Road on Halloween.
I'm going to show you what we marked as 86B. Do you recognize 86B?
I do.
Is that the text message in question?
It is.
Is it a fair and accurate copy of that text message?
It is.
All right. Judge, I'd move into evidence 86B, please.
Any objection?
Objection.
86B is admitted at this time.
Who is the text to and who's it from?
It's from Charlie Adelson.
What's up, man?
And it just has a number,
Unknown number.
an unknown number.
And what's the content of the text message?
The text message says, "On Lincoln with my friends, come meet us."
And on what date and time was that message sent?
It says 11/1/13 at 1:04 a.m. UTC.
So just after midnight on Halloween night.
That's correct.
And was there something else that you learned from this Magbanua that you hadn't known before?
Yes.
What was that?
She told us about the time that the night of the homicide, that she was going to Mr. Adelson's residence, and she believed that the Adelsons had been there.
So she admitted that she went to Charlie's house to pick up the money,
That's correct.
but then didn't end up leaving with it until the next morning. Is that
Dang.
right?
That's correct.
Okay. But the bit about Donna Adelson, or Donna and Harvey Adelson having brought the money, that was new to us.
That was new. Correct.
And then we've seen Sergeant Corbett's presentation, and I'll publish a slide from State's Exhibit 73 at this time. That's the slide where we were able to find the text indicating that Donna Adelson said she was outside Charlie's house that night.
That's correct.
All right, when was the defendant arrested?
The defendant was arrested on November the 13th of 2023.
Okay, and I think you told us when Charlie Adelson was arrested. Will you repeat that, please?
I believe it was 10/1 of 22. Oh, sorry. It was 4/1 of 20, 4/21 of 22.
4/21/22 for Charlie Adelson's arrest.
That was Charlie Adelson's arrest, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And shortly after Charlie Adelson's trial and conviction, was there a recorded call that was intercepted between Charlie Adelson and his mother, Donna Adelson?
Yes, there was.
And in that call, did something happen that caused the defendant to be recorded longer than the conversation between her and Charlie? Can you just sort of explain? She thought she hung up, but she didn't hang up, right?
Correct. There was a jail call with Mr. Adelson, and at some point he dropped off the call. She thought the call had hung up, so she just apparently set her phone down and didn't hit end on her end of the line.
And have you had an opportunity to review State's Exhibit 118, the recording of that call?
I have.
Judge, at this time, I'm asked to move into evidence State's Exhibit 118.
Okay, objection to 118. States 118 is admitted at this time.
Permission to publish?
You may. Considering the parties need headphones for this.
That would be helpful, Judge.
We want to hear about Donna and how she was trying to flee the country. It might be.
Look, I have, I didn't say this to you before I picked up this one, but there's a lot of things that we have to do, and we've got a very tight time frame. So one of them involves taking care of some things for Roman, taking care of some things through Sanford, who's just been on the phone all day, and Susan was nice enough when I told her she's going to gather everything up and going to drive down. So she and Rick got here about, I don't know, 10 minutes before you called, so that she could work with us, because we got a couple of hours of things to take care of for Roman. So we're working on that, and
Pause it. Sorry to do that to y'all with the headphones, but a couple questions just to follow up on what she said so far. She says she's taking care of a couple things for Roman. Who's Roman?
Roman is the child of Charlie Adelson, young child.
And she mentioned Susan and Rick on there. Do you know who those people are?
They're close friends of theirs.
Okay. Sorry. Continue publishing.
just a lot, but you're going to be okay. You're going to get out of that stupid room. Once you do, you'll start to feel a little bit better. I know that. And when I have something that I do need to tell you, I'll speak to Dan. Okay?
Sorry, one more time. She mentions Dan here. Obviously not Dan Markell. Do you know who she's referencing?
Yes, ma'am.
What Dan is she referencing?
Dan Rashbaum, who was Charlie's attorney.
All right, thank you. Continue, please.
So, definitely I'll let you know what time to call him. Can you hear me, Charlie? Shit. You can't hear me again, right? Charlie? Charlie, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
What you got going on, Donna?
I'm sorry, the fourth time that they cut the line each time. They take for every minute that they keep charging every time you reconnect. They say that doesn't happen. Listen. It's that he's in this room.
It sounds like, is she on a burner phone?
So the psychologist wanted to make sure he could kill himself. So the psychologist finally came. And he said to her, if you need me here, with no light, no nothing, I'm in a cement block. Let me go back. Don't see where I am.
It's Donna and Harvey talking.
And spoke to him a little bit. She said, no, you're perfectly fine. I know that. I just have to go back and, I've got to do these reports I have to write. Well, once I get those written and then submit them and then get them approved, you'll be able to go back. So he was just going back like in an hour. But I think doesn't lose my mind with you. It's all mirrored on the inside. The point you see is yourself. The lights never shut off, day or night. The fluorescent lights keep it off all night. He said, I just want to go back where I was. But this I know people, and two people who was here and in a box. And he's just one. I'm sure we'll back just to get disconnected. He wants to say Coke, that's what it is. Something. So I
It's Mr. Chagrin.
I can't push it. I'm not that strong. And I also know how key is a year ahead. His body and everything is slowly starting to deteriorate. I'm old. I have a life. We had a great marriage. Happy, we traveled, we lived good. I really.
And it's so interesting that she said this. Like, if you're that old and you're facing jail, I mean, is it really that big of a deal? What are you gonna run for? What are you gonna go run and do? Live for another 5 years? I mean, dang. She says, I'm old. I had a life. We had a great marriage. Happy. We traveled. We lived good. I'm really not happy. And I don't want him to leave to just say goodbye and let me lay down something nice. It's nothing painful. I just want to go to sleep.
Not unhappy. And one of those just in the body. And it's like that. It's nothing painful. It's so good. Like, we're born at cemetery property a couple of months ago. What good? I'm good. But when I did this weekend, because I had something that made it feel like I had enough.
You know what Wendy did this weekend? Because I had something that made her feel like I had enough and I'm not going to watch. If the court or the trial doesn't go well, I know what I need to do.
If the trial doesn't go well, I know what I need to do. Now, you know something is wrong because the women are not here. She's never once just come over. I hate so much. And I'm sure probably make sure
Yeah.
She sat down on the couch right there. I was sitting here, and she didn't say, this is a horrible night for all of us. Charlie not talking to his life. We're all aggravated.
And this is while Charlie was on trial. She says Wendy sat down with her on the couch right there, and I was sitting there, and she didn't say, look, Mom, this is horrible time for all of us. Charlie's on trial for his life. We're all aggravated. But this is what she's talking about. Just sit something.
Just sat there. I wanted a direction. I'm fine. The voice for night? Yes, something I should be doing. Now, and I was like, do I want to go to sleep and not see my son? I do. Perfectly honest, I do.
So Donna was upset that Charlie was on trial.
And we'll do it together. The boy. Look, they're making a decision at some point. So after speaking to them this morning and doing what they're thinking of there, we'll make it happen. I really don't. Because you might, or you might just all of it, get to the airport, and that could happen.
And this is where she's talking about fleeing the country. Dang.
It could happen, I don't know, but it's worth a try.
Donna's like, it's worth a try to get out of here.
Situations which are in charge of that was a trust. And everything was going in 1 year and under and the trustee. It's on the trustee and lawyer. Lawyer is the other. Then the trustee. By 30 years, this somebody would be watching.
She's worried because if she flees the country, she knows they're going to stop her.
And so it's cold. I could sit here with you and say, would you do that? I can't because here we go. So you come back to George? No, I don't know how to get in touch with them. So I said, let me ask George. So I said, George, I can't get in touch with them. Well, then she told me my lawyer is her lawyer is a doctor. And it was asking not about the case. I had said, he said, sure. And I said, I just got over Charlie. He's worried about you. He wants to know what, yeah. We know you never asked anything about your brother, but she doesn't. And she told me she's a lawyer, that she should know. So we found out it's not true. But we just got off the phone with him. And he had her attorney. Her attorney said, I never told her that. I never confronted that. Right, no. So I wrote this last night. We know you never asked anything about your brother. This is 8 o'clock last night. But we just got off the phone with him, and the first thing he asked was, how's Wendy holding up? I didn't have the heart to tell him that he never called up or asked about him. I just said, we weren't up to phone calls right now. Everyone wants to protect you.
Better keep it together, Donna. We're going to get in trouble again.
But then she didn't answer. But then I got another phone with Charlie. And I said, just got off the phone with Charlie. He's worried about you. He wants to know why we didn't speak. I told him a lie. I said, we're only speaking with you and Dan right now. I couldn't bear to tell him the truth. Your sister never even called us, is the truth. So she said, this morning, I'm supposed to be racing over here last night. Dear Mom, I know you are upset by the verdict, but the anger directed at me is not justified.
This family was falling apart. Dear Mom, is what Wendy said to Donna. I know you're upset by the verdict, Charlie's verdict, but the anger directed at me is not justified. I don't know how much anger, something, but we don't something. I'm not responsible in any way for Charlie's situation. I'm not guilty because I did not do anything wrong. And I was not involved in any way with Danny's death. Oh, it's in shambles, man. Jeez.
I don't know how much anger really don't. I'm not responsible in any way for Charlie's situation. I am not guilty.
Self-preservation at its finest.
I was not involved in any way with Danny's death. When I was interviewed by the police and testified in court, I told the truth, as I was required to do. I cannot control how the prosecutor used my statement to Charlie's trial. Again, I didn't say that. Also, as you know, my lawyer has advised me not to talk to my family or anyone else about this case. No, about the case, which is true, we've never done it. I followed his advice despite your disagreements with this document. Please do not text me about this case anymore. Not about the case.
This is why Wendy's the last man standing, or woman standing.
How are you, Wendy? How's my sister holding up? If you have anything further to say about the case, please go through our lawyers. Right now, I have to be singularly focused on taking care of the boys during this difficult time. So I wrote back, okay, we have no desire to speak with you about the case. Yeah. I guess Dad and I are just shocked that you didn't think of coming to see us or even calling us. We are your parents. We are and have always been there for you from the boys. None of what we wrote matters about the case. That's over. I just want you to know how many times Charlie's asking about you. Not only do you not ask about us, but not one question about Charlie, right?
She doesn't care. Charlie gone.
We will need to give you some information shortly, and we need some business assistance.
Wendy's like, don't involve me.
Of any help. I have a space here. I want you to propose. We're going to be gone. I want her to have all this information. I have a cemetery property. I want her
and Wendy was smart, because can y'all imagine if she were having conversations with Donna about what she was trying to do, what she was planning, then she'd be aiding and abetting. Wendy said, whatever y'all got going on over there, nothing points to me other than some testimony. So sorry. Figure it out.
I want her to have all these papers and the will. I want her to see all this. So please let us know if you could be of any help. The other thing is the visa, which she would know about. But no, I said we need.
Wendy's like, hell no.
Please let us know.
You better leave it in a box and call me when you get to Vietnam.
If not, we'll try to find someone who can help us. This needs an immediate reply so I can start asking other people to help. And then she always gets nervous if we want to talk to her. So I wrote, don't get nervous. Again, nothing, in capital letters, nothing about the case. Just would like to show you some business stuff and personal things. If you can't do it, we must find someone who can. I hope you understand that it has nothing to do with the case. There is no more case. And then I wrote, by the way, she said you have to focus on the boys, like you told them. So when I got Joyce before, he said to him, because I was over there that night, I said, well, that's Wendy, but it hasn't got any word from her, so did you tell Boyd? And he said, she did. Now I know Ben was very close. She was lighting to show over. So I said, how are they? He said, he's very quiet. He didn't really talk much. It was Lincoln telling how they couldn't get so he was coming home. He was not coming back. And so he said, for 10 minutes, and he was in the bathroom. It was fine. He's a child. That's okay. I don't want to think I'm miserable enough. That's not my goal. I just want to know how it is. So that's what I said earlier. To do it, because it was technical stuff that I couldn't do on the computer and just do it out of it. So I think the computer texted me. So I said, can you help me with some computer stuff that I can't get done? And he was on some business calls, and so that he checked it just before I could meet at maybe 5:30, that'd be good. I said, yes, but if I can get stuff done, then it's enough. We have the photos. We have to get them downloaded, and the other thing I don't understand, I'm not sure to help me with it. We've been looking it up over and over, because things change if there's extradition from Vietnam. Because we've looked at all the places, and I could go to Korea and China, but there's no extradition. But looking for places where there's no extradition.
Oh, man, that's not good. She said, we've been looking it up over and over because things change if there is extradition from Vietnam, because we've looked at all the places. I mean, I could go to Korea and China, but there's no extradition. But we're looking for places where there's no extradition. And Harvey said something said in 15 minutes.
Korea and China, but there's no extradition.
Yikes. Wendy has a certain type of immunity.
Really?
Use immunity.
Maybe she knows that. Maybe she can look up the extradition before we go take their time. She's going to tell on me that my lawyer. Okay, but if you mention it to Wendy, when you going to tell? You've done it beforehand. I need to tell you something as an attorney who doesn't talk. It has nothing to do with the case. It just has to do with Mom and I, and some decisions that we have to make. And now you want to bring her up and show her where everything is. Because if it's a plane crash, no one's going to know where anything is or who belongs to what. So I would like her to come up here so she can see it. I don't think that's asking too much. It's 3 hours.
So to our amazing attorneys that watch this channel, thank y'all for watching. How is Harvey not in trouble for this? Because it sounds like while Donna was instructed to not leave the country, she was trying to leave the country. So is that not an issue? Or did they not tell Donna, hey, you're involved in this investigation, ongoing investigation. You need to make sure you stay here.
Every time she says, can you do this, can you come here, can you go? Everything. How many times do we have plans that I go to cancel Wendy needs us for this, Wendy needs us to babysit? So we've been really good nannies, and I guess our job is done. Because now we're going older cities.
Wendy can still be charged, yes.
So she doesn't need to have her credit card. Okay, pretty hurtful. That's one son that is with. I have one son that's supposed to be dead. And my daughter, whom I love, is doing this. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just come over and say, God, our family was cursed. So we cursed. And I don't have to take care of it anymore.
Donna said, you don't get it. You raised a monster. What do you mean you don't get it? Listen to this BS she's saying. And I guess our job is up because now the boys are older. They can go out with friends. They can do things on their own. So she doesn't need grandma and grandpa. Dang. Okay, pretty hurtful. Have one son that I don't speak with. I have one son who hopes seems dead. Okay, talking about Charlie. And my daughter, whom I love, is doing this. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yes, you do. Self-preservation. And I'm sorry, Donna. It seems like you would probably do the same thing. You kind of did. Isn't that why Danny's gone in the first place? I said, Harvey, I swear to God, our family was cursed. Absolutely cursed. She might be right. And I don't know how to take care of it anymore. She was the curse. That's right, J Money. Donna is the curse. We saw what you said, Donna. Keep it together. Why is she crying? These are your words. She's probably crying because she can't believe she was that dumb. Wow. Wow. Donna's like, I need to get up out of here. Y'all give me 1 second. Is that J Money that said the Motor Mouth family thing? He said the Motor Mouth family. That's crazy. I think we might be getting close to the end of Agent Sanford's testimony. What do y'all think so far about this? Donna was trying to get up out of there. Doesn't work like that, Donna. Not smart. So many conversations this way didn't make sense. I feel a lot of this, if it were done in private, could have been handled a little bit differently. But as we know, things always come out. And Wendy seems like she was truly just focused on self-preservation. It was already over. She got what she wanted. She could move freely. So the rest of y'all have to deal with that. I don't know what part you had to play in it, Mom, but sorry, it's me and the boys. Ice cold, man. Ice cold. Let's go through here and see if we can get back into this testimony. Wow. Here we go.
With your examination.
So here we go. I think we're about to get into
Gentlemen,
cross-examination.
you may continue with your examination.
I don't think there's too much more here. Shout out to Agent Sanford, man. He was up here for 3 days.
So, are you aware of
Crazy.
the date that Charlie Adelson was convicted?
Yes.
What was that date?
It was November the 6th of 2023.
And was this recording that we just heard that same day after the conviction?
It was the day after the conviction on 11/7, November 7th.
All right. And we hear on this call that there appear to be some plans to potentially go to Vietnam. Are you familiar with that?
I am.
And based on this recording, did you do some investigative work to try to look into whether that was in fact really going to happen?
I did.
Okay. And what did you learn?
We didn't hear the call for a couple of days, so it was a few days later. But I did check with another government agency to try to find out if there was an international travel planned. And ultimately, on the 13th, I believe it was, I was told that yes, there was travel plans made.
Okay. And were the travel plans to Vietnam?
They were to go through Dubai, then to Vietnam.
And is Vietnam in fact a non-extradition country?
It is.
And is Dubai also non-extradition?
That's correct, it is.
Okay. And when was that travel plan supposed to occur?
On the evening of November the 13th, 23.
And
I mean, they had all that money. Why wouldn't they just get a charter a flight? Find somebody who could take them there. Gee.
were you able to intercept the defendant prior to taking off on that airplane?
I was.
And where did you do that?
At the Miami International Airport, right through the gate check,
favorite airport.
as they were boarding the plane on the jet bridge is what they call it.
And that was on November 13th, 23?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. As part of your apprehension of the defendant, did you seize her cell phone that she was in possession of at the time of her arrest?
I did.
All right. And did she willingly allow you to do that?
No, she did not.
How did that go?
What?
There's a brush.
What's the objection? What's the objection here? Nah, come on. There's Harvey. Shout out to Harvey, man.
Yes,
He's got
she did.
that permanent frown on his face.
When you
Objection was overruled.
seized the defendant's cell phone, did she physically resist you?
Yes, she did.
Could you tell us about the physical resistance that she offered?
She assaulted
Yes,
a police
I reached
officer.
out to the phone, and when I grabbed a hold of it, she pulled it away and said no, and then kept holding it away from me, trying to turn away from me. Another officer who was there arresting her actually grabbed her arm and held it, and then we were able to finally take the phone out of her hand, but she was still trying to keep it from us.
Right. And pursuant to her arrest, was there a search warrant executed at her residence at the Icon?
There was.
Okay. And did you handle that, or did another agent handle that?
Another police department handled it locally.
And are you familiar with the items that were seized during that search warrant?
I am.
Okay. And was there a planner, 2023 day planner seized pursuant to that search warrant?
There was.
And have you had an opportunity to review that planner?
I have.
Okay. Was there a planner available for 2014 that was seized at the search warrant?
Not seized at the search warrant, no ma'am.
That planner was provided to the state attorney's office by the defendant's prior counsel, though. Do you recall that?
That's my understanding, yes.
And did you review the copy of the 2014 planner, at least whatever was provided to our office by Ms. Adelson's attorney?
That's correct.
All right, I'm going to show you what I've marked as State's Exhibit 142. And some redactions have been made based on the parties' agreement, but other than that, I would ask if those excerpts are fair and accurate.
Yes, they are.
Moving to evidence 142.
Any objection?
No objection.
States 142 is admitted.
In the 2014 planner, did Mrs. Adelson keep a lot of personal information and identifying information for members of her family and even, I think, some friends in there too?
She did.
Okay. And as part of that information in the 2014 planner, did you locate any information specific to Dan Markell's vehicle?
We did.
What information was that?
This is the 08 Accord on the left middle of the page, right there. It's the 08 Accord, and the tag number is 584YBM.
That's Dan Markel's tag number at the time of his murder?
It is.
Same vehicle that the killers pursued?
That's correct.
Man.
The flight that the defendant was attempting to board at the time of her arrest, was that a one-way flight or a round-trip flight?
It was a one-way flight.
Oh, no.
No further questions.
Donna, no. One-way ticket to a non-extradited country. Donna. What were you thinking, lady? She was thinking she wanted to get out of there. All right, no further questions. We're going to go ahead and fast forward to cross-examination. We started a part of it and y'all missed the first part of cross-examination. I'll leave that link in the description for you. Let's continue with this cross. Not looking great for Donna.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and during the course of her being interviewed, she says many things, but she certainly says that Mr. Markel's parents are going to think that she did it, right?
I believe that's correct.
And then she starts answering questions about who it is that possibly could have done this to Mr. Markel, and she gives lots of choices. Maybe it's an angry student, right?
Right.
Maybe it's someone that got upset with him, right?
Right.
And when she talks about her family, she said that her brother had previously joked that he was going to get a hitman, but instead it was cheaper to get her a TV, correct?
Correct.
And when asked about who was angry, she said that her parents disliked him more than anyone. Those were her statements, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, and from that date that she's interviewed there and she gives statements, fair to say that her family become suspects.
It depends on whose definition of suspects you have, but they are persons of interest.
Persons of interest, okay, from that time period.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How many suspects did you have from the time Mr. Markel was killed through Donna Adelson being arrested?
Suspects?
Yes, sir.
I would call them persons of interest.
I'm sorry, we'll use your word.
Yeah, we had a lot of persons of interest throughout the case.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you a number, but there was numerous.
You followed up on numerous persons of interest.
Yes, ma'am.
How long were there numerous persons of interest before you were focused in on the Adelson family?
About a year.
A year?
Yes, ma'am.
So you didn't consider in the first year the Adelson family as persons of interest?
I considered them. You asked me if I was focused, and I was focused about a year in.
Okay. On them?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There was an investigation going on regarding the Adelsons from the time that Wendy started saying these comments, right?
They were part of the investigation.
Okay. I mean, bank records were obtained very early on the Adelson family, correct?
That's correct.
And those were updated throughout the entire investigation, right?
There was different times during the investigation they were updated. After they became main suspects and we identified Luis Rivera, we definitely did then.
Yeah.
And starting on July the 21st of 2014, up through the day that Donna Adelson was arrested, you stayed actively involved in the investigation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And in fact, you were even there when she was arrested, correct?
I was there on every single arrest. Yes, ma'am.
You're invested in
I
the case
agree with
because
this.
you were the lead investigator.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you ever made a mistake in your work?
Sure.
Have you ever initially assumed that one person might be a suspect or a person of interest, and later it turned out that they were not the one that committed the crime?
Not a suspect, no, ma'am.
No? Not a person of interest?
Maybe a person of interest, yes. Not a suspect.
You've been right from the time you thought that they were a person of interest through them being arrested. Not made a mistake.
As a suspect I deem as somebody we have probable cause on.
Okay.
That's a dumb question. Like, we've heard so much from Donna. What do you mean
All
they
right.
got the wrong
So,
person?
not
Jeez.
just TPD and not just you with the FBI. There were several agencies who were involved in this investigation. Is that fair to say?
Not for the investigation. I would disagree with that.
You
There
was the state attorney's office investigator was not involved in the investigation of this case?
Later on he was, but there's not several agencies. There was just a few that assisted. Yes.
Well, the Miami-Dade Police Department got involved, did they not?
They assisted, correct.
And they assisted with the search warrant in Mrs. Adelson, Donna Adelson's home, right?
That's correct.
They were there when she was arrested. Is that right?
I believe that was the Miami-Dade. I believe that was Miami-Dade. There's different agencies down there, so
Yeah.
different agencies would assist when we needed help. Yes.
So some agency down there was there for her arrest.
Right. What I'm saying is there's not a bunch of agencies who were invested in the case throughout the entire investigation.
Oh, sure.
There were
I
several
mean,
that assisted.
They're
Yes.
a main investigative agencies, yourself and TPD.
Yes, correct.
But there were others who were involved as well.
That were involved that assisted us, yes.
Right. Even the Florida Department of Law Enforcement was involved in assisting, right?
That's correct.
And so, fair to say you had resources that were beyond just TPD, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And the evidence that's been collected in this case has been for years, right?
Correct.
I mean, we're like, at this point, unfortunately, Mr. Markell has been gone for, is my math right? 11 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Wow.
And the different kinds of evidence that was obtained in this case include a lot of emails.
I'd agree with that.
One witness testified that there were hundreds of thousands of emails that were obtained in this case.
I don't know what
That's a lot of
another
emails.
witness testified to this.
No, I'm asking your knowledge. You're aware that there were hundreds of thousands.
I do know that, yes.
Okay. And in addition to having these emails, you also recovered a lot of text messages, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, hundreds of thousands of emails, I can tell you from my experience in this case, that's not easy to go through, is it?
No, ma'am.
So were a lot of people involved in reviewing the emails for the investigation?
TPD had people that reviewed the emails.
Okay.
I don't think this attorney was looking at any emails.
And I'm sure you're not familiar with all hundreds of thousands of them. Is that fair to say?
That's very fair to say.
The ones that have been presented here with the state and you going over with them, preparing for court, some of them have been introduced into evidence, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And also, in addition to that, there are, even though you don't have recorded calls until the bump, I guess?
That's fair to say. I could be mistaken, but I think that's probably the first recorded
And
calls.
when I say recorded calls, I mean the wire calls. That's what you have that you've testified to here in
This
court.
is the only
We had
defense
some wire
I
calls
think
prior
Donna
to the
has,
bump,
yeah.
like the first, like about a week before the bump.
Mr. Rivera, are you referring to?
No, ma'am. We started the wire before the bump.
Okay, give me those dates.
I can refresh my note, look
Please
at my
do.
notes, refresh my memory.
Yeah, please do.
What's up, Cuzzo? This is the only defense I think Donna would have. Is that, did they prove that she actually planned this or helped plan
It looks
this?
like 4/8 of 16 is when we started the wire. On
Wiretaps didn't happen until
Adelson,
after
Mr. Charlie
Danny was
Adelson,
dead.
and Catherine McManus.
And that went all the way through, is it June the 7th?
I should refer to my notes again.
Please do.
It's a tough one.
I don't have that on my timeline, but that sounds about right. June 7th is when, well, actually, I do have. So we did actually get another couple of wires after Sigfredo was arrested. I'm sorry, after I interviewed Mr. Garcia, he went and bought 2 burner phones, and we went up on those phones also.
Okay.
As he was arrested, I interviewed him, released him, he went and bought 2 burner phones, we went up on those phones also. And then we ended up arresting him, and then shortly after that, we went down on all the wires, on the 2 wires and his 2 burner phones.
Okay. With respect to Charlie Adelson and Catherine McManus, those ended around June the 7th, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I believe that's correct.
Okay. In addition to those recorded calls that you have, you also, in this investigation, have what's called call detail records from even before Mr. Markell was killed, right?
Yeah, it's called detail records showing the calls back and forth, date and times. Just, yes, ma'am.
Not just back and forth between people here, but other people too.
Right, all their phone, it's their phone records, it's no content, that's what it is. It's the
Correct.
call detail records. Yes, ma'am.
So you got those for an extended period of time, right?
We did.
Many years.
Yes, ma'am.
And
What's she
you talked
trying to
about
say here?
TPD reviewing the emails, the hundreds of thousands of emails. How about the recorded calls? Was someone listening in on those
Which recorded calls?
for the bump?
So you're talking about the wire calls?
Yes. Mhm.
Yes, we had people who had to live monitor those calls. We can't just record them without somebody sitting there and listening to them. They have to minimize them as they go.
Let's talk about minimizing. Minimizing is when there's a point in a call where something's being discussed that's not relevant to your investigation. Is that fair to say?
That's fair.
And so the minimization takes place in that click. We're not recording that part. We're not listening to the part. How does that work?
Yeah, they hit a button and it stops recording and stops listening.
Okay.
And then they give a certain amount of time. They go back in and start listening again to see if there's anything relevant
Okay.
to the conversation.
All right. And in some of these calls that have been admitted, they could be extended calls, many minutes, but there's only a very short period of time that's relevant to this case. Is that fair to say?
That's that officer who's actually monitoring at that time. That's their determination. So they've been instructed on how to do the minimization, and they listen to the best of their knowledge, and they make those determinations of whether they think it's relevant or not.
Okay. But you would agree that some of these calls, well, let's just give an example. There's a call on April the 15th of 2016, if you look at your summary, 8:32 p.m. And it says it's 50 minutes and 9 seconds. Do you see that?
You said April 15th. You got the call number?
2016. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 989.
Oh, perfect. Yes, ma'am. I see it. 50 minutes long. Yes, ma'am.
For 50 minutes, they're talking, but they're not talking about this case for 50 minutes. Fair to say?
Fair to say they're not talking about this case in regards to the actual, I would say it's relevant to the case.
It's relevant to the case.
Yes, ma'am.
So if they're talking about
Okay.
Charlie wanting to buy a go-kart and become a professional go-kart driver, that's relevant to the case?
I believe some of that was minimized.
Right. So my point is, if it's a 50-minute call, that doesn't mean the 50 minutes are about this case, right?
No, all 50 minutes of it? No, ma'am.
Okay. So we may have heard 2 minutes in some of these calls that say they're lengthy.
Correct.
I mean, some of the calls we listen to completely, 10-minute calls, 15-minute calls, we listen to those entirely, right?
Some of them we did, yes.
Okay, but most of them we're looking at segments, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So where it says the duration of the call, you're not saying that the duration is they've spoken on the phone about this case for that period of time?
No, ma'am, not at all.
Okay. I know I'm going to get this wrong because I get things wrong.
We
So
all
I'm
do.
not going to pronounce this right. I can't remember. Is it Jeffrey Lacoste, something?
I say Lacoste, but
Okay,
I don't know
Lacoste.
either.
All right. Was he a person of interest?
I didn't deal with Mr. Lacoste. I never interviewed him. I had no real dealings with him. So
As far as your knowledge in the investigation, was he a person of interest?
at some point, I'm sure he was.
Okay. Wendy Adelson, in her interview, didn't actually offer up Jeff Lacoste as a suspect, did she?
I don't know what you mean, offer him up as a suspect.
Well, when law enforcement's asking her who could have done this, she doesn't say, oh, I've got this boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, Jeff Lacoste, and he probably did it. She doesn't say that, does she?
I don't believe so.
In fact, she has a friend come into the interview room with her. You recall that?
Not really.
You don't? Okay, that's okay. We'll get him to play it. You recall that it's that friend who says Jeff Lacoste.
I don't.
That's okay. We'll
Sorry.
play it. How many witnesses do you think you interviewed?
Witnesses?
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure. I couldn't even.
Hundreds?
No, not hundreds. No.
Less than 50?
Less than 50.
25?
Witnesses? Yeah, definitely less than 25.
Okay. And what about persons of interest? How many
It's a
did
lot
you
of
interview?
witnesses.
Me personally,
Appreciate you,
Yes, sir.
Jay.
just a handful.
Handful.
What's up, Tia?
There was a call, RR, and there's so many calls, that's not going to ring a bell to you, I'm sure. I'm not even sure if looking at your summary is going to ring a bell. But you were here when the calls were played, obviously.
Yes, ma'am.
And call RR is on April the 29th of 2016 between Catherine Magbanawa and Charlie Adelson. It says the duration is 10 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall that there was a call played, a recording played yesterday, where they're talking and there are some pretty inappropriate comments about her breasts? That's not how he or she referred to them, but you remember that call?
I do.
And at that time, Catherine Magbanawa is going into Charlie Adelson's garage. You recall that?
I do.
Do you remember him telling her to take off her
That's
shirt so that she would know how to get into the garage?
Yes, ma'am.
And you know from your investigation, the reference for that is she has a tattoo on her ribs that is 1214, and that happens to be his garage code, correct?
That's what I've been told. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
He said I haven't
Is it fair to
seen
say
That's
that
crazy.
the information that was obtained in these recorded calls was used in your investigation to determine if you're moving forward on a person or not? Is that fair to say?
That was a piece of it.
Okay.
Yes.
It was. Charlie Adelson, in the Dolce Vita recording, that was played with you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's where Katie and Charlie are meeting at a restaurant, right?
Correct.
April 20th of 2016.
Yes, ma'am. Sounds right.
And in addition to a recording inside the restaurant where they're talking, I guess there's some pictures also, right?
Inside the restaurant?
Outside the restaurant, they take pictures.
Outside the restaurant when they were on the sidewalk, yes, ma'am.
That's before or after they go inside?
After.
Okay, so they go inside and they're there for an extended period of time. Is that fair to say?
Correct.
And there's one or more agent or officer of some sort in there with concealed recording devices trying to capture their conversation, right?
Correct.
And you recall that in Dolce Vita, Charlie tells Katie, trust me,
Les.
I'll keep you full time, so you're going to get your checks. He says that, doesn't he?
I believe he did, yes.
And you considered that as part of your investigation?
Considered that statement?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, so we've had the agencies that have helped in some way, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And TPD was responsible for reviewing the emails. Who was responsible for listening to the calls?
It was TPD was monitoring the calls. They had officers assigned to shifts
Okay.
monitoring the calls
And they did-
live.
Live, they did it around the clock, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Well,
it-
I don't recall doing a night shift, a late night shift, but we could have. I don't remember.
Okay, many, many hours a day.
9 years
They're
ago.
listening in on all the phone calls of Mag Banawa and Charlie Adelson. Is that
Yes,
fair to
ma'am.
say? Okay.
Correct.
And these people who are listening in, how are they getting the information to the investigators on the case when they hear something that they think is relevant? How does that process work?
There's different ways. Sometimes they would call us directly. Sometimes myself or Investigator Ison would be in there, or other people on the squad would be in there, or they would relay the information through different means.
Okay, and you say in there, you mean actually in there where they're listening to the call?
In the wire room, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and were you actually listening in on the calls as well?
No, ma'am. I was mostly in South Florida
Okay.
during a lot of the wire.
Okay.
I would go in there and review calls because we could go in there and they would mark them pertinent, what was pertinent, non-pertinent. So we would have to go in and listen to calls that had already been made and recorded, and that's where we would have to go to listen to them.
Okay, when you say mark permanent, what did you say?
Pertinent.
Pertinent, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Pertinent or not pertinent? You said they're marked that way. Did you get some kind of
Can't say
printout or something
pertinent.
that showed you that?
There's a database, computer database that we could go in and log in
Man.
and see these calls listed. Yes, ma'am.
And so yourself and Isom and maybe others had access to go in and listen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If there was something really urgent, is somebody letting you know that right away?
Yes, usually we left them instructions
Okay.
to do that.
And
yes.
something urgent would be, oh my goodness, somebody's meeting up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so
Somebody's fleeing
the
the
resources
country.
that you had in South Florida at the time, including yourself, is some of these people are going to be meeting up. We need to go see what we can capture. Is that right?
There was a short period after the bump that we did that, not throughout a long period of time, of course.
Sure, right. Okay. During the bump that's going on, that I'm referring to the bump as not just the day they meet on the street, but that period of time where you have the wire live down there, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and during that period of time, yourself, you were there. Were there other people on standby to assist you,
I had some other FBI agents that are assigned to Miami Division that were assisting me.
including the individuals who went in and did the recordings? Is that fair?
That's correct.
Okay. And you said you were there for some of them. Which ones were you there for?
For some of what?
The meetings that were recorded.
This
I was
poor
there
man.
for the bump.
Set him free.
I was there for the next day meeting with Mrs. Adelson and Mr. Charlie Adelson when they met on the boardwalk. I was there. I mean, I was in South Florida the whole time. Whether I was physically at the meeting, it's hard to say. I was outside of Dolce Vita. I did not go in because I had already been close to Mr. Adelson and Mrs. Charlie Adelson and Donna Adelson the day that they met on the boardwalk. I was pretty close to them, so I wasn't sure if they noticed me or not. So I didn't go back in and get close to them again after that. So I did not go into Dolce Vita. I did not go into Matsuri. I was outside, not inside the restaurants.
Okay. And when you said you'd already been close to them, you mean in proximity, not that they were aware of you and what your job was?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And also in this case, there was use of, I guess, firearms experts. Was that at FDLE?
That would have been FDLE.
And the purpose of that in the investigation was to determine if both of the projectiles came from the same weapon, right?
I don't believe we had that examination done.
That's okay. If you don't recall it all, we'll
'Cause we
talk about that
didn't-
from somebody else.
We
Yes, sir.
didn't recover the weapon, so we did not have weapon
didn't have
to
the weapon,
compare.
right.
To
But
compare.
you can compare to projectiles from the markings on them to see if they came from the
You
same
could.
weapon. Okay.
Correct.
All right. And you said you had surveillance videos from the gym?
From Premier Gym, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where else did you have surveillance video footage?
At which point?
Any point in this
The
investigation?
whole investigation?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. I know we had some traffic cameras from the time of his drive.
You're talking about when...
Mr. Markell was driving the kids to the daycare.
Right.
And when he was driving to the gym,
Okay.
we had bus surveillance video.
Okay.
And you referred to surveillance video. We had some surveillance video of inside Dolce Vita, along with the recording. We had some recordings of when they came out of Dolce Vita. That's all I can recall right now. I'm sure there's probably more,
Probably more? Okay.
possibly.
Okay.
Oh, surveillance video from the bank when I located Mr. Rivera and Mr. Garcia going to the bank immediately following the homicide on the way back from Tallahassee. They stopped at a bank and an ATM.
Right.
I got surveillance video from that ATM.
Right. Let me ask you this. The co-conspirators is how I refer to them, the co-conspirators that have been tried and convicted. The first question is, were they followed prior to their arrests?
Which ones specifically?
Any of the ones that have been tried and convicted?
Followed prior to their arrest?
Yes.
Like the day of their arrest or
No,
any time?
Any time before that.
Yes. Sigfredo Garcia and Catherine McManua, I had electronic video surveillance on the residence.
That means somebody's there watching their residence?
No, ma'am.
How do you get that in?
We use cameras.
Cameras.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I don't want you to...
And we also did some surveillance on Catherine McManua when she went to go meet Charlie Adelson to pick up checks before the bump. We did surveillance on her then.
How did you know she was going to pick up checks?
We were already up on the wire that
Okay.
week prior. And that's the photo that was shown to me earlier in the trial of her getting out of the black car and getting into Charlie's car.
That was for picking up checks.
Yes, ma'am.
The check she picked up came from Charlie Adelson.
He gave her the check that day,
Okay.
correct.
Pretty incredible that you were able to determine the vehicle and find it throughout Tallahassee on bus cameras? Is that what you used? You said you used?
That wasn't me particularly, that was TPD. TPD did
using
a great
the-
job. They
Yep.
did a great job of going back with the timeline of the neighbor and everything, and once they saw the video at Premiere and were able to see the vehicle there, they knew the time frames and they went back and got all the video. They did an outstanding job on that.
Yeah. The people that were conducting surveillance, if you will, on the co-conspirators who've been charged, were they with the FBI, your folks, or were they with a different agency?
The one that I just spoke about with Charlie and Katie, they were FBI personnel doing that surveillance. The video surveillance
A lot
I
of
did
FBI.
through the FBI.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe all the ones in South Florida were probably all FBI.
In addition to the people who've been convicted of this offense, was my client, Donna Adelson, did someone watch her comings and goings at any point?
Yes.
And when was that?
Leading up to the bump, I had FBI personnel doing surveillance to get a pattern of life so we could find out where she was going, so we could come up with an idea of where to conduct the bump at.
Okay, and that was where she would be outside walking? Is that fair?
Correct. When she went to go pick up Mr. Markell's children from preschool, we were able to determine what time she left out of there, and it was a consistent time every day that she went to go pick the children up from school. So we determined that was a good time to set up the operation because we had a known time when that was going to occur.
Right, and was she followed in her vehicle, places that she traveled to?
I don't recall exactly if she was followed in her vehicle. It's possible, though, during that time period, trying to get a pattern of life.
In determining this pattern of life, where she walks her grandchildren to the school before school starts and then walks back to pick them up, were you present for observing that?
Not on those days. On the day of the bump, I was.
Okay. But you got that information from whoever in the FBI was doing the surveillance, right?
Correct.
Okay. And in addition to the live surveillance, the recordings that you've had, folks have been retained to do an enhancement of some of those things, correct?
That's correct.
So if the recording doesn't sound real clear from what you obtained in your equipment when you went in, an enhancement means that you basically block out some of the outside noise, if you will, and then you can hear the voice of the person speaking that you want to hear. You can hear them more clearly. Is that correct?
It's a clarification, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And in addition to all of the things we've talked about, cell phones were recovered in this case by law enforcement, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And some computers as well, correct?
Correct.
And those were searched, right?
As far as I know, yes.
You didn't participate in that part,
No, ma'am.
but you're aware in the investigation that material that has been used in prosecuting these individuals came from those phones and computers, right?
I am.
Okay. Now, you never got a wiretap on Donna Adelson's phone, correct?
No, ma'am.
And 1 year into it, you decided that did she move from a person of interest to a suspect? I don't remember how you worded it.
Yes, ma'am. Once I identified Sigfredo Garcia as being in Tallahassee the day of the murder at the gym, and identified Luis Rivera, we were able to go back and get phone records, and that's when I was able to link back to the Adelson family.
Okay. And you've testified on direct when each person was arrested. I guess it would have been Garcia first, and then Rivera was already incarcerated, right?
That's correct. We still visited him, and he was. I can't remember if it was a complaint or an indictment, but he was still indicted under this case.
He was indicted, okay. But at the time he was indicted, he was serving a prison sentence in federal prison, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. He was in Coleman FCI at the time.
And his sentence for his federal case was what?
I believe it was 12 years, if I'm not mistaken, but it's been a while.
Okay. And in this case, he assisted law enforcement. We've heard testimony of that. You're aware of that?
Eventually he did, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and his assistance was taking you places, explaining things, is that fair to say?
Yes, ma'am. We drove him around Tallahassee and let him explain things, and then we drove him down to South Florida looking for the weapon.
Down to South Florida looking for the weapon. That's where you thought the weapon was?
Yes, ma'am. That's where he told us that they ditched the weapon, was on the way to South Florida. It was along the road on the way to South Florida when they threw the weapon in a river.
And whereabouts, do you recall, whereabouts was that between Tallahassee and where they went to when the homicide was over in South Florida?
Where he said he dumped the weapon?
Yes, where did you...
Yes, ma'am. It was in Tampa, outside of Tampa.
Okay.
We finally identified a bridge that he thought looked like the bridge that him and Sigfredo actually threw the gun away, but he was driving.
But you didn't locate it?
No, ma'am. We did extensive searches for the weapon.
He told you what kind of gun was used, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that gun? What type?
It was a .38. I don't remember if it was Smith & Wesson, but it's been a while.
It was a revolver, right?
It was a revolver, yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
You recall that in around June of 2016, so after this bump period and the ending of the wiretap, that the probable cause in this case, it was leaked out, wasn't it?
That's what I was told.
And TPD actually held a press conference, right?
They did hold a press conference at some point, yes.
And the Adelson family, according to what TPD said and those probable cause affidavit, the Adelson family were announced as being considered as suspects, right?
I don't believe they talked about that at the press conference at all. I think they just, at the press conference, what I remember is him just announcing Sigfredo Garcia's arrest. But that's what I recall, but it's been 9 years ago.
Sure, and it's mentioned in the probable cause too, right?
It was mentioned in the probable cause, yes, ma'am. And that's not the press conference, though.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I asked a compound question. I included
Okay.
them both, and
Okay.
obviously the first thing I said was the press conference, and that's what you picked up on, so that's my fault.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Now, from the time that Mr. Markell was murdered to the time that Donna Adelson was arrested, fair to say she lived a pretty routine life, right?
I don't know what her routine life is, but I couldn't disagree with that.
Well, during your investigation, you learned that she worked at the Adelson Institute, right?
Correct.
You learned that Harvey Adelson, her husband of now 54 years, did general dentistry there, right?
That's correct.
You learned that Charlie Adelson was a periodontist and worked some out of the Adelson Institute, but he also did, I guess it's dental surgery. I'm not real familiar with it, but basically he did dental surgery for many different doctors, right?
I believe it was periodontal work, but yes.
Yeah.
He traveled around and did, Yeah.
I'm
he's a
sorry if I
periodontist.
misspoke. I thought
It's-
surgery was the periodontist. but
I don't know either.
Whatever, he was a specialist, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And he did that work for several different dentists,
He
correct?
did. He traveled around in different offices and worked out of other people's offices.
Okay.
That's what he did.
And a lot of the calls that he made to his mother that you've listened to, he's talking to her between these appointments, right?
He is.
Okay.
During appointments sometimes too, it sounds like.
Okay. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Okay. During this time period from your investigation, you're aware that after Mr. Markel was murdered, until the time that Mrs. Adelson was arrested, she and her husband left the United States several times to travel, right?
They did.
And they returned each time, right?
They did.
Okay. Back in 2019 is when the iMessage outside your house was obtained during the course of this investigation, right?
I don't know the date.
Somebody else does. But, well, I'll have to ask somebody else that. Now, on these calls that you're listening to, you're hearing what the parties are saying to each other, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not hearing any of the conversations, unless you've recorded them, of what they speak about before that, right?
I'm sorry, can you re-ask
Yeah,
that
sure. I
question?
mean, it's clear in these recorded phone calls that these folks are talking in person sometimes.
Correct.
They're talking about lots of issues that are recorded, but they speak outside of these recorded calls that you have.
That's correct.
So you're not privy to that if you haven't recorded it.
That's fair.
So when they're having these conversations, there are things in their mind that you're not aware of.
That's possible, yes.
Okay. Now, all of these calls that have been played here today, they were considered as one of the pieces of your investigation, right?
One of the pieces.
Sure.
Correct.
So on call S, when Charlie says to his mother, you didn't do anything to anybody, you don't know anything, you considered that.
Yes, ma'am, we considered it.
Okay. And on these calls where Charlie Adelson is talking to his mother, you would agree that at least
There
the
was a lot.
majority of the conversation comes from Charlie, right?
I would agree with that, yes.
Sometimes the overwhelming majority of the conversation. Is that fair to say?
Sometimes, yes.
And there are times that Mrs. Adelson is talking to Charlie on the phone, and she says, we'll meet up and talk about it. We're the idea from why it is she's not going to talk about it on the phone, do you?
Do I know?
From your investigation, have you gotten evidence to show why it is she's saying those things?
Through my investigation?
Do you have evidence?
Okay. Do I have evidence? No.
Okay.
Yeah, not feeling it.
Now, Catherine McBanawa, well, Sigfredo went to trial and he was convicted, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And Luis Rivera, after he was indicted, or before he was indicted, he cooperated with law enforcement, correct?
That's incorrect.
After he was indicted?
It was well after he's indicted.
Okay, sorry, I got the timeline wrong. So
Fine.
well after he's indicted on the charges, he decides he's going to cooperate, right?
Yes, it was a few months later.
Okay, and he had a 12-year sentence with the federal prison, right?
He already had that, yes, ma'am.
Right, based on federal charges, right?
Correct.
And he got a sentence for his role in this case for a period of 19 years, correct?
Correct.
But that was to be served concurrently, meaning at the same time with the sentence that he had on his federal case, right?
I believe so.
So the additional time that he got for this homicide is 7 years, correct?
That sounds correct.
Okay. And Mr. Garcia is the first one to be tried and convicted, right?
He's the first one that was convicted.
Okay.
He was tried together.
Right. But that first trial of him, he's convicted, right?
Correct.
And he's sentenced to life in prison.
Correct.
And then Catherine McBanawa has a trial, and she's convicted, correct?
Correct.
And she's sentenced to life in prison, right?
Correct.
And Charlie Adelson is, so we've got the first three, life in prison except for Luis Rivera, who gets basically an additional 7 years, right?
Correct.
Then you get to Charlie Adelson, and he's arrested, right?
Correct.
And he has a trial, correct?
Correct.
And his defense, if you will, I mean, you were there for that trial, right?
I was there for my part of the trial. I was not allowed to be in the courtroom during the rest of the testimony.
Was there at any point during the course of Mr. Charlie Adelson going to trial, getting convicted, and thereafter that you learned that his defense was that he was being extorted?
Yes, I did.
You heard that.
Yes, ma'am.
But he got convicted, didn't he?
Yes, ma'am.
And he was sentenced to life in prison.
That's correct.
Okay. So then comes Catherine McBanawa after she's been convicted, and she's in prison for life, right?
Correct.
The testimony is that she gave a proffer to law enforcement, right?
Correct.
She actually gave 2 proffers first, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And when she gave those proffers, she gave information about what she says happened, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And she's hoping, she's giving this cooperation because she's not promised anything, but hoping, as she's testified, that someday she'll see her kids, so she won't actually have to serve a life sentence. That's fair to say, right?
I don't know that for a fact, but I would assume that's correct.
Okay, and when she gives these 2 proffers, it's before she testifies against Charlie Adelson, right?
Correct.
And the first proffer that she gives is a little bit different than the story she told in 2 different trials so far. Sigfredo Garcia's and then herself, right?
I would agree with that.
She changes some information.
I don't know if she changes information. She has more information as time goes on because I believe she was minimizing the first 2 proffers, which is very, very common for defendants to do. They minimize their role in actual crimes.
Right, so when she testifies in Sigfredo Garcia's trial and then in her trial, basically...
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I misunderstood what you said
didn't
about which trial.
No, I'm sorry. I can't speak over you, and I talk way too fast because the court reporter can only get one of us, so I apologize for that. It's not intentional.
I thought you said the proffer.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
So I'm changing now.
Okay.
So
okay.
she, basically, when she testifies in those first 2 trials, she didn't just minimize, she didn't have involvement.
Right.
That's
She
what
lied in the first 2 trials.
She lied, straight up.
Correct.
Okay. And then she gives this first proffer, and she's not being completely honest there either, is she?
She's not being fully forthcoming,
Okay.
is the way I describe it.
All right, and you're in that interview.
Yes, ma'am.
And who else is in there with her?
Jason Newland, Investigator, State Attorney's Office, and Sherry Bennett with Tallahassee Police Department.
Okay, all right. And when you all are in there interviewing her the first time, she's not being forthcoming, and you're asking her questions, aren't you?
Correct.
And you know she's not being forthcoming because of other things you obtained in the investigation and the convictions that you've had, right?
I feel like she's holding back her involvement.
And
Correct.
at some point in that first proffer, you got so frustrated you just got up and walked out, didn't you?
I left the room. I didn't walk out. We left the room to let her think about it. It's a strategic process to have them think about it and reconsider them not being totally honest with us. So it wasn't that I was walking out and done with her.
No, you weren't done because she came back and then she gave another proffer.
Correct.
Right. And from the first proffer that she gave to the second proffer that she gave, she tells more, right?
She does.
Okay. And then she gets to Charlie Adelson's trial, and by the time she gets there, she's got more information even she testifies to, right?
I would agree with that.
Okay. So she wasn't honest in her first testimony at her trial, right?
In her trial, correct.
Well, she testified twice. There were 2 trials she testified in first.
Correct. Her trials, she lied in her first 2 trials. Absolutely.
Okay. And she wasn't completely forthcoming in her first proffer.
Correct.
And she wasn't completely forthcoming in her
Why the
second proffer.
quotation marks?
And she comes into the third trial the third trial is Charlie Adelson, and she provides additional information, which means she wasn't forthcoming before, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it means she had additional information.
And then she's been
I
here
don't
in
know
trial.
where this
Are you aware
attorney
that
is
she's
going with this
testified here?
cross-examination.
I'm aware she was here, but I know nothing about it.
Right, because you're under a rule that you can't talk about the case, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Are you real familiar with all of the testimony and proffers that she's given in this case?
No.
You're not?
Not real familiar?
Yeah.
I can't say I'm real familiar. Depends on what it is, I guess.
Are you real familiar with what she testified to in Charlie's trial?
I don't know if I can say I'm real familiar with it.
That's okay. We'll get that information and get it to the jury. May I have just one moment? I left something on my table.
This guy thinks, I love how he smirks and laughs throughout this cross-examination. I feel him. This line of questioning is, as a juror, it's not hit for me. Get it together, counsel.
All right. There was some testimony about Mrs. Adelson making arrangements to take a trip to Vietnam. You've testified about that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're
Can't wait to
familiar at
hear
least with
this.
what happened during that course of the investigation, correct?
Correct.
Okay, you were intimately involved in her time period where she speaks to Charlie on the phone, and we call it the dropped call that's been played here today, where she can tell Charlie's not on the line anymore, but for some reason it continues to record, right?
Right. I was only familiar with that Friday. It's like 5 days after the call was made is when I was made aware of that call.
Okay, and you were made aware of it on that Friday.
Correct.
You had an opportunity to listen to the call,
Yes, ma'am.
and you discussed it with the investigator at the state attorney's office.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody else in the investigation that you spoke to that about that you can recall?
Not that I recall.
That's on Friday, right?
I believe so.
Okay. So you have the information from that call on Friday, and at what point do you learn that she is getting a ticket?
Monday morning.
Monday morning, the date of the flight.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right? Where were you at?
When I found out that she was flying,
Yes, sir.
I was at home.
At home, here in Tallahassee?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to ask you where that is.
Thank you.
So you're at home in Tallahassee, and how did you find out about she got a flight?
I got a call from a contact that I had reached out to, and he checked again Monday. He's the same one that checked to see if there was anything on record of flights being purchased, and he called me Monday morning, said he checked again and saw there was a flight going to Vietnam.
There you go.
So this was a contact that you had that was looking to see if she was booking flights. Is that right?
No, ma'am, it's not that. It's a government agency that shows people traveling overseas. They were able to check a database to see if there had been anything that was traveling overseas.
Okay, so they were checking to see if she had arranged a flight to go overseas.
Correct.
Okay, and you learned about the call on Friday. When did this start that they were checking to see if she had booked flights to go overseas?
Friday.
And you were concerned about her getting a flight to go overseas based on what was learned in the conversation that was recorded that she was not aware about, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you start looking and you find out, or you don't look, I'm sorry, your contact notifies you Monday morning that she's booked a flight. She's going out of town.
Correct.
At that point, you
Out
knew it
of
was
the country.
Vietnam.
Yes, ma'am.
And you knew that there's not a treaty, I guess. There's not a, extradition
said a
happens in different
treaty?
ways, correct?
That's correct.
So some countries like Vietnam say that they don't automatically extradite, correct?
Correct. It's much
But-
more difficult.
Right, but they do extradite, correct?
In certain cases, they do, yes.
Right. It's kind of a case-by-case thing.
It is.
And one of the things that they happen to extradite for is murder, right?
I don't know that.
You don't know that? You
I'm
didn't
not sure.
investigate that?
I didn't investigate that, no.
Okay. So she's booked this flight and she's going to Vietnam. When did you
Doesn't
find out
matter.
that it was a one-way ticket?
I don't recall.
Don't
It
recall?
it could have been that morning, it could have been later in the day. I'm not sure.
Okay. Before the date that you listened to this call, there was never a warrant obtained to arrest Donna Adelson, was there?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And all you know about leaving town comes from the phone call and your source who tells you that they booked a flight, right?
That's correct.
You don't have any idea, besides that phone call, what the conversations are that are going on about this trip to Vietnam, do you?
Outside of that, at that point, no, ma'am.
Okay. Any plans that they have actually made for a return without a return ticket at that point, you don't know about.
No, I could not find anything. No, ma'am.
You don't know what they were
Was
planning
there
to
a
do.
return ticket?
No.
But you did learn at some point in this investigation, before we sit here today, that they actually had the plan to return because one of their grandsons, one of Mr. Markel's children, had a scheduled bar mitzvah, and they were coming back for that, right?
I had heard that. I don't know.
Guys. Come on, man. You're booking a one-way ticket to a country that doesn't extradite except for certain cases, and you want us to believe that they were going to come back. Are they taking this trip before? Is there a ticket for a return flight? Come
You
on,
heard it.
man. Come on, man. We really doing this?
And you have suspicion, I guess, that they weren't going to return because this one-way ticket was purchased, right?
That's how
Are you
it
asking my
looks.
opinion?
I'm asking if you believe at the time that you decided to assist in getting a warrant for her to be arrested, did you, as a professional in this investigation, come to a conclusion that we needed to get a warrant because she has a one-way ticket?
It's not my decision to get a warrant. I
Did
was
you
not
give input?
involved in the process of getting a warrant.
You were not involved in that?
No, ma'am.
So you weren't involved in coming to the decision that a warrant needed to be obtained because she was going to leave the country?
No, ma'am.
I'm
That's
not
not my
buying it.
decision to make. That's the prosecution's decision.
I didn't ask you if it was your decision. I said you didn't participate in it?
It depends on what you mean by
You
participate. I
told me.
drove to Miami to participate. Yes, ma'am.
Did you have any communication with any investigation agency in this case about the fact there was a one-way ticket to a country that doesn't extradite and something probably needs to be done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I mean, because you got on the road then and went to Miami, right?
I did, just in case. Yes, ma'am.
Just in case you traveled.
No, just in case they got a warrant.
Just in case they got a warrant. But up to that point, there was no warrant.
That is correct.
From the date that Mr. Markell was murdered, all of the investigation that took place, right?
Yes,
Hundreds of thousands of emails, right?
correct.
Some of them she says bad things about Danny Markell and sometimes other people, right?
Sure.
And you've got all of that. You've got all of the call detail records, right?
Correct.
No warrant.
No, ma'am.
And she's been watched. She's been monitored. No warrant.
Yes, ma'am. No warrant.
You got her on recorded calls in 2016 saying what she said. No warrant.
That's correct.
You got a text message where she says outside your house. No warrant.
Correct.
You got Catherine Magbanawa, who's come through her lying and not being completely truthful, and no warrant.
Yes.
And it's not until the time that she has this trip that she's going out of the country that a warrant is obtained.
That's correct.
At the time that she started planning that she was going to go out of town, there was no warrant.
Correct.
You were aware that she was getting a visa. You all knew that.
Correct.
There was no warrant at that time.
That's correct.
Without a warrant, she's free to travel.
That's correct.
And when you're aware in the investigation that she actually spoke to her attorney, and it was even on one of the recorded calls, it's okay to travel.
That's
right?
correct. Yes.
No warrant.
Yes.
And you're aware as part of the investigation that someone else actually called the state
It's a good
attorney's
defense,
office
but
on the
I'm
day
not
that
buying
she
it.
traveled, spoke to Jason Newland, and asked the question because they were concerned about them leaving the country. And Jason Newland at the state attorney's office said, there's no warrant. She's free to travel.
I'm not aware of that one.
You've never learned that in the investigation?
Not that I'm aware of.
Sorry, I thought you knew that. In one of the calls, because you considered all of them, at least pieces of them, Charlie Adelson says to him, his mother, and that's call G, you've never hurt or threatened anybody. And she says, I know.
Yes.
You at least consider that, right?
Sure.
So now they've packed their bags and there was no warrant, and they've made their reservation with no warrant, correct?
Correct.
What caused you to leave Tallahassee on the day of their flight to go to Miami? Because there was no warrant.
Because they told me they were considering it.
Who's that?
The state attorney's office.
They were considering getting it done.
Yes.
And you weren't going to wait to see if they were going to do it or not. You just got in your car and headed to Miami.
That's correct. Because if I waited, I would get there after she was gone.
Waited to see if they made a decision or waited to see if it was approved?
If they made a decision.
So what time did you leave Tallahassee to go to Miami?
It's probably 9 o'clock maybe in the morning.
Okay. And what time did you arrive in Miami?
Around 6. 6:30, somewhere around there.
It's normally an 8-hour drive, but maybe you stopped somewhere?
I'm sure I did.
Stop and get gas?
Definitely.
Maybe something to eat?
Possibly.
Okay. So when you drive from Tallahassee to Miami, where did you go to?
When I got to Miami?
Yes, sir. I'm
Went to
sorry.
the airport.
That was a very open-ended. I wasn't asking from Tallahassee, obviously, but you were alert, so you understood.
Got to Miami airport.
That's where you went to when you got to Miami?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the first place you went?
It is.
Okay, and when you got there, had you been communicating on your trip with anyone at the state attorney's office to see if they had decided if they were going to get a warrant?
Yes.
And about what time did you learn they were going to get a warrant?
That they were going to get a warrant or they got the warrant?
That they were going to try and get one. That decision when they decided that they were going to get a warrant, did you discuss it?
From my recollection, was around probably 3 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock.
This is 10 years ago.
When they obtained it or when they decided?
When they decided.
Okay, so at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the state attorney's office decides we're going to get a warrant, right?
I believe so. They were still pushing through to see if they were going to get a warrant, but that was the decision I thought at that point.
Okay, around 3 o'clock. So you're still traveling at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Not actually there.
No.
Okay. And they noticed someone calls you, I guess?
I don't recall. It was either one of the two. Yeah, either calling me or I called them.
Okay, so there was a phone communication?
There was.
You recall who spoke to?
Investigator Newland, I'm sure.
Okay, all right. So he says we've decided we're going to try and get a warrant.
I believe so.
So you keep going, and when you get to the airport in Miami, where did you go to when you got to the airport? Obviously,
Boy,
you went
she is
inside, but,
walking
you know,
this
where'd you
man
go to?
all the way down.
I went to the front
Jeez.
and met with an agent that I've been speaking with.
So
who worked there.
An agent from the FBI?
There's an FBI agent that's assigned to the airport. I'd already reached out and found out who he was and talked to him and just to find out if he was going to be able to assist, to get the local police to assist.
Okay. And you spoke to him ahead of time, so when you got there, he's the first person you met with?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and everything was in order then?
I don't know about an order, but he was in communication with the airport police.
Okay. And did you relay to him that we are potentially getting a warrant on someone who has a flight? We are going to be here. There's going to be an FBI presence at the airport.
I don't know if I relayed those exact. I said there's going to be somebody we're trying to get a warrant for, but yes,
Yeah.
this is happening. This is where we're at with it, yes.
You have been an investigator for many number of years, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I haven't, and I'm sure my choice of words isn't necessarily going to be yours, but at the end of the day, that's what you had told it.
Pretty much, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And in addition to you as an FBI agent being there at the airport, from the time you got there through the time that Mrs. Adelson was arrested, what other agencies were present and assisting?
Just the Miami, I believe it's the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Department, who have officers that are assigned there.
Shout out to Miami-Dade.
We did talk to, I believe it was, I didn't talk to him. The other FBI agent talked to him, but I believe it was the U.S. Customs enforcement officers. They're plain clothes that work at the airport. I think they were there also.
At some point in that process, from your arrival to the time that she's arrested, did they assist you?
They did. They approached her on the jet bridge.
The U.S. Customs?
I believe they were U.S. Customs.
Just 1 second, please.
These exhales, man. Shout out to Special Agent Bradford. He's ready to get up out of there. I don't blame him. Ready to get out of there. Is that it for cross-examination? Your Honor, I'd like to request a huddle. Can we get a huddle real quick, please? Time out, Your Honor.
At the time that you left Tallahassee to go to Miami, were you aware that Donna Adelson's attorney had spoken to the state attorney's office about her ability to travel because there was no warrant?
No, it was not.
Were you aware that
Did that happen?
as part of this investigation, Mrs. Adelson's attorney was told that if they should get a warrant, that she'd be allowed to turn herself in?
Sustained. Please approach.
Interesting. Did that happen? Did someone say Donna could travel? And she says, okay, I'm going to Vietnam. Not that it really matters. I mean, let's be real. She's not being charged with trying to flee the country. So we'll just keep it moving here. What do y'all think about this so far? This is wild.
Okay, might have lost my train of thought.
Did that happen? He says she lost her train of thought.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
Agent, special agent,
Either or.
titles don't matter to you?
That's fine.
Okay, Mr. Sanford, I'm showing you what's been marked for identification purposes of Defense Exhibit 60. Would you look at that for a moment before I ask you questions and just kind of review it?
Okay.
Have you seen that
Give me
document
1 second.
before?
I believe so.
And that's Mrs. Adelson, meaning Donna Adelson's visa to travel to
Uh-oh.
Vietnam, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna get out of your space so you can have your own space and I'll ask you questions.
Okay.
Now, you would agree that's the visa that she obtained to go to Vietnam, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And it was good for entry, valid. Now, some of it's in Vietnamese, and I don't know Vietnamese, you may, but it has it in English, the same information right near the Vietnamese language. Do you see that?
Correct. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And the visa was good for entry, valid from November the 13th, 2023, right?
That's correct.
Okay, and it was good until November the 2nd of 2024, right?
If the dates are read right, I would call that February 11th of 2024.
You know what? I forgot that they do it backwards. They don't have them in the same date order. I'm glad you pointed that out to me. So it's until February the 2nd
Yes, ma'am.
of 2024. And that's the 90 days, I guess, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it was a 90-day visa.
Correct.
And according to the visa, it was issued for the purposes of tourism, right? If you kind of go down.
Yes, ma'am. I see it now.
Okay, so it was
Tourism.
for
Yes, ma'am.
tourism, right?
Correct.
And the visa was issued, it said it was good for single/multiple entries, right? That's up near the top.
The top. Good for single/multiple entry. Yes, ma'am.
And what that means is it's not that she can travel to Vietnam and once she leaves, she can't come back, right? It means that she can come and go from Vietnam, right?
I'm not sure if that's what that means or not. I don't know.
You're not familiar with that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. May I approach? Thank you.
You're welcome.
So when you get to the airport and you spoke to the FBI agent there, what did you do next?
Tried to find out what terminal they were at, that they were flying out of, and trying to get to that area. It's a pretty big airport, so we tried to move to that area.
Okay. When you say we, it's this group that you've talked about, someone from the sheriff's office, someone from customs, and yourself?
Probably. There might have been 3 of us, so we had to go through security, so that's a lengthy process to get through security to go back.
Sure. And at some point you got to the gate where they were going to be?
That doesn't make a
Yes, ma'am.
difference, to be
And
honest.
did you sit
Not
down
to me.
somewhere?
No, I don't believe I sat down.
Did anybody else sit down?
I don't recall.
So you all just kind of stood up around the area of the gate where they were going to leave?
I believe so.
Okay. And you knew what Donna Adelson looked like, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You know what her husband looked like, Harvey, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're there, you're going to obviously recognize them if they're in the general vicinity of the gate, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And at some point you saw them?
Correct.
Okay. I forgot to ask you this. So the warrant was actually obtained somewhere between 5 and 6. Well, let me say it this way. It was obtained around 5. It was entered, but you learned about it around 6 o'clock, I think you previously said.
I believe so. About the time I was getting to the airports when I found out it was obtained.
Okay. And when you travel back to where the gate is and you all go together, you said you didn't sit. Where were you with respect to the jetway?
We were down a little ways. It's hard to describe how it's set up. There's different gates, and we were across and there's a middle section too, so we were on the back side. I didn't know if they knew what I looked like. I figured they did because they had seen trials, and we knew that they watched the trials, so I figured they knew what I looked like, so I stayed away.
Did you stay away from the other folks who were participating, like off by yourself?
No, not necessarily.
All kind of together?
A couple of us were together.
Okay, I don't do a lot of travel, so you feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but when I have gone on an airplane, was this airport like, you get into a section, I forget what they call them, like the gates are at like different concourses, right?
It was a terminal. It
Terminal.
was a concourse. Yeah, either way.
Okay, either way, so a terminal. And when you walk down the terminal, are you describing that basically there's a walkway down to the end of the terminal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a kind of a middle row, if you will.
To the terminal where they're going to get on the plane, you mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know the terminology, but
I'm
when
not
you're
sure.
walking down towards the gate, there will be gates on one side and gates on the opposite
She
side.
don't know
Correct.
nothing.
All right,
And
sorry
there is
about that.
there's some other structures in the middle of this airport, in between the gates. So you had some walls, you had some little stores, so it wasn't just like a big open concourse.
Right.
Okay.
Little food shops along the way and
Sure.
magazines and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
But the layout is basically you've got a walkway with gates on each side.
Correct.
Okay, and so I just want to make sure I understood your testimony. Their gate would have been on the left or the right? If you don't remember, it doesn't matter.
I don't recall.
You don't recall. But your testimony is you kind of went opposite of where their gate was, where you could monitor them, but not be where they could see you necessarily.
Pretty much, yes. I wasn't really monitoring them. Somebody else was.
Okay, did you see them?
I did.
Okay, and when you saw them, were they seated, waiting for the flight?
I believe so.
I mean, the
seated or standing, one of the two. But they were amongst the other passengers waiting to get on the plane in that area.
Okay, the flight wasn't scheduled to take off until 8:10 p.m., right?
That sounds correct.
Okay, so you were there for a couple of hours and the warrant's issued, correct?
No, I didn't get there till about 6:30. So that's when I first arrived at the airport. By the time I got back there, they were pretty close to. By the time I got through security, got everything, got back there, It was pretty close to boarding time.
Pretty close to boarding time?
Yes, ma'am.
But you saw them?
I did.
And were the other people who were participating, were they aware of what Mrs. Adelson looked like and her husband?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
They were at this point.
Okay. Was everybody in plain clothes?
Not everybody.
Who was not in plain clothes?
The uniform officers from Miami-Dade.
Was the officer standing with you all?
I believe he might have been. One of them was.
Okay. You pretty sure from where you are that she would not have been able to see this group of men, one of them with, I guess, insignia and gun, belt, and all that? You're pretty sure that they wouldn't have been
Absolutely.
able to see?
Yeah, there was no way they could see us where we were standing.
Okay. How long did you observe them before they started boarding the flight?
Guesstimating, maybe 20 minutes.
And what do you recall them having with them?
Some small carry-on items, I don't recall.
And they were dressed in normal clothes, right?
Correct.
They weren't disguised in any way?
No.
No wigs, hats, glasses?
What's up, Mr. Brown? That doesn't really mean anything.
Sorry, what was your answer? How long you were there? You saw him for how long?
Maybe 20 minutes, I don't recall.
Okay.
Could have been longer.
Did you all travel to that vicinity together?
All of us?
Yes, sir.
No, I believe it was me and me and maybe the uniform officers. I think the customs officers were already there before we got there.
Okay.
There was only like 3 or 4 of us that walked together down there.
So somebody was already at the gate? Is that what
I
you
believe
said?
so, yes ma'am.
Okay, all right. So they had a couple of carry-on bags, right?
Yes ma'am.
And I might get the terminology wrong again, but when you go, when they call you up and say, okay, sections, whatever.
Oh my God. Is anybody else getting frustrated with this cross-examination? Okay, so yeah, when you go to the airport, there's an area you can drive up to, right? Yes. And when you drive up to that area, there's a curb and a sidewalk, right? Yeah, there's a sidewalk there. Okay, and when you get out of the car and you step onto the sidewalk, there are doors you walk through, right? Yeah, there's doors you walk through. When you walk through those doors, do they open automatically or do you have to open them yourself? Well, they open myself. Like, man, what does this have to do with Danny Markel? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We're trying to find out if this woman is connected to Danny being killed. And we're focusing on what the terminal looked like. Like, this is embarrassing.
Whatever, you can board the flight. Old people, babies, all that stuff, right? They have different calling periods. Is that fair to say? Okay. So they started calling boarding for the flight. At some point, Mrs. Adelson and her husband got in the line to board the flight. Is that right?
That's correct.
And you observed that, right?
Yes ma'am.
Okay. And they got in the line and then they, at some point, I don't know what it's called, but they have to show their phone ticket or a physical ticket to somebody to make sure they can go on, right?
I think they scan it maybe.
Embarrassing.
Okay, so that's where I call it like a little check-in place to make sure you got your ticket. I don't know what it's called. But then after you've shown your ticket, they let you by to board the plane.
Yes ma'am.
And the area between where they give their ticket or show their ticket and before they board the plane, is that what you're referring to? Is it jetway? Is that what you said?
Yes ma'am. After you scan the ticket in this particular airport, they're all different.
This is
particular airport, they
insane.
scan their tickets and they walk through these sliding glass doors. And it's like a tunnel that you walk down to go to the plane. Inside of that sliding glass doors where the officers were standing waiting. The plainclothes customs officers were inside of that.
Okay, and that's where they were when Mrs. Adelson was arrested?
Correct.
Yeah, she went past the ticket into the jetway?
Yes ma'am.
Not actually get on the plane?
No ma'am.
But you had the warrant before they got in line, right?
Correct.
And you watched them for however many minutes before they got called up to put their ticket in, right?
Yes ma'am. I wanted to get them not in a crowd of people, right in the middle of all these people. Wanted to get them kind of separated off and after they threw the jetway by themselves over there.
Well, before they started, when they got in line, then there are a bunch of people right there with them, right?
There were people there with them the whole time. There were people sitting around them.
Right.
Because it's very narrow seating where
Right.
they're sitting and they were right in the middle of all these people. Then they got in line with all these people. Once they go one at a time, people are going to the plane. Once they went through, those officers just stopped them, pulled them to the side, away from the line, and just began speaking with them.
But when they go through the line, there's a line of people behind them going to get on the plane, right?
That's correct.
So when they go through, the glass doors are going to open, and that's where you're going to take her into custody?
Yes, off to the side. Yes, past them, where they're still getting on the plane, but we're past them.
Well, people are getting on the plane. They're coming by through the same general vicinity of where you took her into custody.
Sure.
And those same people were out there while you sat there for however many minutes watching her. Were you going to take her into custody there too, right?
Sure.
But you didn't.
No, ma'am.
You waited until she went through the little gate, and then you arrested her.
Yes, ma'am.
And when she was taken into custody, her husband was standing there with her, right?
Correct.
And you went through the little process that you went through, and you said they had 2 carry-on bags, right?
I believe so.
In your investigation, you learned that with the 2 carry-on bags, they had maybe some additional luggage, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Checked luggage.
Right.
I want to know why they were
Correct.
going to Vietnam.
And in those couple of pieces, they had just regular clothing, right?
I assume, yes.
They didn't show up with boxes full of clothes.
No.
Okay. And
Well,
then,
I never saw the checked on luggage. I have no idea how much they checked.
okay. So in your investigation, you didn't learn that?
In my investigation, learn what?
That they only had 2 checked bags and 2 carry-ons?
No.
Okay. She obviously had her cell phone, and you've testified that you got that from her.
Yes, ma'am.
And you described this little interaction before she gave you the cell phone. She didn't fight with you, did she? Like, she wasn't swinging on you.
And she didn't try to hit me, no,
You
ma'am.
didn't have to take her to the ground and grab it out of her hand.
No, ma'am. I was very gentle.
Okay. You got the phone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the phone is part of the evidence.
Said I was
of what
very
you went
nice.
on and somebody downloaded and looked to see what was on it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And her husband, Harvey, he had some credit cards and a little bit of cash, right?
Mr. Adelson? I didn't search Mr. Adelson.
Okay. Did Mrs. Adelson have a bunch of cash on her?
I don't know. I didn't search her.
Okay. So you're not aware of what they got when she was taken into custody?
No.
Okay.
But again, we heard the phone call, and Donna's like, "Oh, we got to make sure everything's set." And I'm trying to get Wendy to come over here and talk to us about stuff before we get out of here. And I need to make sure this is in place, and we got to have the wheels, and we're leaving, and such a. It's not adding up. I'm sorry, the defense is failing on this one with me as a juror.
I need to ask counsel something about your ruling, Judge. Could I have just one moment?
Please approach.
Oh man, this is just tough. Let's skip through this break here and see if we can actually get some substance out of this cross-examination. Good grief. Oh, now they're going on a break? Okay, they came back from a break. Here we go.
Just
Please be seated. You may
Got a
continue with your
sidebar.
examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just have a few more questions. Agent Sanford, these questions, I'm not asking for your belief or your opinion. I'm asking for direct evidence, okay?
Okay.
In your investigation, you found no direct connection between Donna Adelson and Sigfredo Garcia, correct?
Correct.
And you found no direct connection between Donna Adelson and Luis Rivera, correct?
Correct.
And Katie Magbanawa has testified that, I'm going to ask you a question, but I'm leading up to it. Katie Magbanawa has testified that she met Donna Adelson one time when she had a dental appointment at Adelson Institute, and they exchanged greetings at the front desk. Besides that, there's no direct connection between Katie Magbanawa and Donna Adelson, is there?
Correct.
You have emails, voice messages, text messages, and later recorded calls. Direct evidence on any of those things. Did Donna Adelson ever say that she wanted Danny Markell to be killed?
Those exact words?
Those words. Did she say she wants him killed?
No.
Did she say she was planning to have him killed?
Did anybody
No.
say
Did
that?
she say she was hiring to have him killed?
No.
Someone to go and kill him?
No.
Did she say that she intended that he be killed?
No, she did not say that.
I don't have any further questions.
Redirect by the state.
You didn't have any direct evidence. Did you have any circumstantial evidence?
A lot.
A lot.
It's
Great
up to this
answer.
jury to decide if the evidence is sufficient.
That's correct.
You were asked if you had any input on the
agree.
timing of the arrest, and why did you arrest when you did? That wasn't your decision to make, was it?
No.
And when did you decide you had probable cause to make an arrest of Donna Adelson?
Long before
Personally?
It's beyond the scope of direct, Your Honor, and this is an opinion testimony.
Yes, it is. You were asked your
Hold
opinion,
on.
weren't you?
Sustained, Ms. Scuppleman.
You were not the person responsible for making that decision of when to go to Miami and put handcuffs on her, were you?
No, it was not.
Okay. You were
I
asked.
like that question though. If you were gonna arrest Donna, when would you arrest her? He chuckled. He said, long time ago, because he said there was a lot of circumstantial evidence. Make sense?
About Charlie's defense. It wasn't Charlie's defense that he was being extorted, and was part of that defense that he and his mother, he brought his mother in on that, didn't he? He told her about it.
That's correct.
Okay, so they were both being extorted over the course of almost 2-year period before the bump, right?
That's correct. That's what he said.
Okay, and that's why she was writing those checks. She was being extorted.
That's correct.
And another part of that defense was that although they were being extorted, the payroll checks weren't actually going to Catherine McBanois. She was just cashing them and then giving the money to somebody else.
That's correct. That's what he said.
Okay.
There
And
you go.
that's needed to explain why he was so friendly with her, both in those calls and on the text and so forth, right?
It's all explain everything. Yes.
It's not typically going to be send an I love you text to your extortionist, right?
Correct.
So it was, oh, I didn't know she was in on it, but now I realize she is.
Correct. He realized it after the fact, so he said.
Okay. And the killers, according to Charlie Adelson, came to Tallahassee unsolicited, unprovoked. Nobody hired them. They came and just killed Dan Markell and then hoped to be able to get some money out of Charlie Adelson and Donna Adelson later.
That is what Charlie Adelson said.
Okay. And since Charlie Adelson didn't have enough money in his safe that night, the killers, through the mediator of Catherine McBanois, agreed to put him on a layaway plan to pay this money over time.
That's correct. It was a layaway plan for the extortion.
Part of the checks that Donna Adelson signed were the layaway plan to the gang member extortionists.
That's correct. That's what he said.
And you were asked also
That ain't
about
great.
the bar mitzvah. Do you know when the bar mitzvah was?
I don't recall.
Okay. Would it refresh your memory to take a look at the defendant's planner for 2014?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Is the bar mitzvah on there? There bet be a bar mitzvah on that calendar. If not, oh boy.
So January 14th at 10:30 a.m. is Lincoln's bar mitzvah.
I'm sorry, I said 2014. That's not what I meant.
Oh, sorry.
What year was the bar mitzvah?
Should have been.
This is how I caused the confusion last time.
This would have been 2023, I believe.
Well,
No, I can't see it.
sorry. Let me,
Sorry, there's something to
it's
refer
okay, oh my
to.
goodness.
Sorry.
What year did she
Oh,
try to board the plane?
yeah, 2023.
She tried to board the plane in 2023. We now know the bar mitzvah was scheduled to take place in January 2024, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it was a few months after she was scheduled to get on the plane.
That's correct.
And she knew that when she booked the plane because it's in the planner, right?
Correct.
Okay, so she knew if she was coming back for that bar mitzvah, she needed to be back no later than January 14th, right?
Correct.
Did she book a flight to return in time to attend the bar mitzvah on January 14th?
Not that I'm aware of.
It was a one-way ticket, wasn't it?
Correct.
Okay. There's nothing inherently illegal about traveling to Vietnam, is there?
No.
Okay. She didn't get arrested for going to Vietnam, did she?
No, ma'am.
Nope. She got
Well, I
arrested
want to ask you
because
about
her
one other thing. The
involvement
calls.
in the
We
murder
were
of
asked
Dan
about
Markell.
the snippets of the calls. That was Ms. Fulford's word, snippet. Did you participate in helping select the portions of the calls that we ended up publishing to this jury?
Some, yes.
All right. And what was the intent or purpose of selecting the portions that were selected?
So we didn't torture everyone with listening to constant Charlie Adelson and everybody else talking about things that are not relevant to the case.
All right, I mean, that was the
Thank
goal.
you.
I'm not sure we accomplished it. But we made selections we thought would be helpful.
Correct.
Did we
We appreciate
include what we thought was the appropriate context so that things would not be taken out of context?
That's correct, we did.
If the jury has concerns about that, are the totality of the duration of all of those calls that were played available on State's Exhibit 99 for them to review in the jury room?
They are.
All right, one moment, please.
That's it. We got nothing else. We're good.
Nothing further, Judge.
Agent Sanford, you may finally step down.
He
Thank
said
you.
the judge said you may finally step down. Hey, Judge Everett is amazing, man. I love this judge. One of my new favorites. Judge Whitaker will always be number one. But shout out to Judge Everett. What do y'all think about this? Cross-examination. We saw this poor man up here for multiple days. I think they ran an excellent investigation. They did what they were supposed to do. They had a mountain of evidence. Some could call it circumstantial. Others, being the jury, the most important. What do y'all think about this? Let me know in the comments and in the chat. Shout out to the game. We got over 2,000 of y'all up in here. I'm going to read super chat shortly, but we got to skip through because we have some very interesting testimony coming up. I'm trying to decide who we want to get to. We've got some jail informants in here. I know. If y'all haven't seen this testimony, this is about to get crazy. Let's go ahead. I'm going to skip ahead to Oh man, I want to do the detective, but his testimony might take too long. Let's see, how long is his testimony? It's about 10 minutes. We could do it. Let's just go ahead and get to some more interesting witnesses, all right? And then we'll get the super chat shortly. So let's go ahead and get to this next witness. We're going to find out what happened and some of the things that happened when they actually got Donna Adelson at the airport. Check this out. Here we go.
The testimony you're about to give will be the truth.
I do.
You may take your seat.
Thank you.
Please speak loudly and clearly.
Please say your name and spell your name.
Sure. Jonathan Grossman, Jonathan Grossman.
How are you employed?
I'm a police detective with the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been with the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office?
I've been with the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office since January of 2011.
What about before that?
I was a police officer with the Miami-Dade Schools Police Department since 2004.
Nice.
And were you called upon to assist in a murder case that happened here in Tallahassee?
I was.
All right. Were you asked to assist with the search warrant of the defendant's residence?
I was.
Where is that residence?
It's located at 2127 Brickell Avenue, apartment 1602.
And when was the search warrant conducted?
Give out the whole
November
address.
14th, 2023.
As part of the search warrant, did you take photos of the residence?
Yes, photographs were taken.
All right, I'm going to show you some of those, which I marked as 143 through 163. Just take a moment to look through those.
He said you may finally step down. That poor man.
Yes.
Are they fair and accurate photos of the residence as it appeared that day?
Yes.
This time I'd ask to move into evidence 143 through 163.
An objection.
Objection.
States 143 through 163 are admitted.
May I
Please
publish?
silence all devices. Yes, you may publish.
Publishing states 144. Is it a condominium located in a high-rise?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
States exhibit 145. Is this kind of the view from the entrance to the residence?
Yes, ma'am, that would be closest to the front door, looking in.
And did you observe some luggage there in the residence? I guess toward the entryway?
Yes, there was luggage.
States 147. I just want to focus for us.
Oh, here we go. Busted.
Seems to be better when it's zoomed in. Not. States 148. Use the luggage tags.
Yes.
Consistent with destination Saigon by way of Dubai.
Yes, ma'am.
States Exhibit 150. As part of the search warrant, did you see some camera equipment?
Yes, we did.
Interview. Did you also take possession of some visas? Publishing states 149 Vietnam visas?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Approach and show you what's marked as states 129 and 130.
They're ready to get out of there.
Are those the visas that were seized?
Yes.
In whose name are those visas?
One is Harvey Adelson, and the other is Donna Adelson.
Are those in the same or substantially the same condition that they were when you seized them?
Yes, sir.
Move into evidence 129 and 130, Your Honor.
Personally, as a juror, I think I've seen enough. I get the state has to build their case, but when it comes to this part of it, I don't really care, to be honest. We've already seen and we've heard enough from Donna. So unless, again, she had something on her or she said something about the reason why she was leaving the country, we already heard in a phone call. I mean, this is all just extra, in my opinion.
Objection.
No objection.
129 and 130 are admitted.
Publishing States Exhibit 146. Did you seize this day planner?
We did.
Is this planner, is this how it was, open like this when you found it?
Yes, it was.
I'm approaching the States 59 and 59A. Show you 59 first. Is that the day planner that you see that's pictured on the screen there?
Yes, it is.
Is it in the same or substantially the same condition as when you impounded it?
Yes.
Judge, at this time, I'd ask to move into evidence States 59.
Objection.
I'm sorry. Strike that. I wasn't moving it in. 59A, sir, showing you that now. The intention, Judge, is just to have 59 identified and 59A admitted. Sir, 59A, have you had an opportunity to examine it?
I recall part of it from the 59.
Okay, and does 59A contain fair and accurate copies of pages from 59?
From what it appears, yes.
This time I'd ask to move to evidence 59A.
Any objection? 59A is admitted.
Publishing States 143. Was this note present there at the residence?
It was.
Where was this note found?
It was found on the floor in one of the bedrooms.
Okay, and it appears to be offering some information about an M11 gun to be sold.
Correct.
Wait. What did that
Was
say?
this note?
Wendy, this an M11 gun and can only be sold with the paperwork enclosed. Contact Alex B. It is to be sold.
Found.
It was found on the floor in
What's up with
one of
that?
the bedrooms.
Okay, and it appears to be offering some information about an M11 gun to be sold.
Correct.
Yeah, you did say the date of that the search was conducted, but in case anybody missed it, will you say it again, please?
Sure. November 14th, 2023.
No further questions, Judge.
Cross-examination.
Well, that didn't take long.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Came all the way from Miami.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry about that. You indicated that the search was done on November the 14th of 2023.
Sorry
What
about
time
that.
of day did you get there?
I think we arrived around 1:15, 1:30. And I think we executed the warrant around 2:30.
PM?
Yes.
And who was present?
It was myself, Sergeant Michael Scott, Sergeant Paul Villaverdi, Detective David Denmark, and there were members of our priority response team.
Okay. Was any of the occupants, were they present?
Yes, Mr. Harvey Adelson was present.
Okay. And you had a search warrant with certain things you were permitted to obtain. So were you involved in the search yourself, or you were just in charge of?
Yeah, our team. I was the affiant on the warrant, and our team assisted with the. My team assisted with the search.
Okay. Was it a thorough search?
I mean, well, yeah, we were looking for certain things. We had an electronics canine dog also come to assist, and we conducted the search.
What does an electronics canine dog do?
Searches for electronic devices.
And did the dog find anything?
So like a
I don't remember
robo-dog?
specifically if there was anything the dog identified to. He may
What's
have
up,
hid in the
Mr.
closet
Brown?
area where a laptop was.
Okay. And are they trained to get battery operated and like plugged in electronic devices?
I'm not too sure what the level of training. I'm not a handler.
Did you see the dog in the closet? You said it alerted to something in the closet.
No, I said I believe he alerted to a laptop that was in the closet. I'm
Did
just
you-
going off of memory.
Did you observe that?
No.
Did not. Okay. All right. Let me see here just a second. Did you make a list of the
This is
items
wild.
that were seized?
There are a series of property receipts that were prepared after.
Okay. Based on the search warrant that you got, every search warrant has some kind of limitations, although when you read them, it doesn't really seem that limited. But in this case, you were able to search anything that was there, electronic, paper, sticky notes, etc., if it had the evidence that you, in your search warrant, you had sought to look at, correct?
Correct.
And that would have been financial records, asset ownership records, etc., etc.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Were you the one responsible for making sure that each area that was within the home was searched?
Ultimately, our team does that. So it's kind of an effort by everybody that was involved in the search itself.
Okay.
So I would say, as a group, yes, the apartment was searched.
Okay. And you're allowed to go into, you can open drawers, you can open boxes, you can open dressers, all of those things, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. May I approach the witness? Thank you. I'm going to show you what's already been introduced.
You can approach, you ain't gonna do nothing.
160, does that appear to be one of the photographs of one of the closets that was searched?
Yes, ma'am.
And 157 that's been entered of the states, does that also appear to be?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And looking at in exhibit 157, I'm sorry, I don't mean to get in your personal space.
No, you're good.
Okay. In 157, this appears to be female clothing here, correct?
It does.
And on the left-hand side, it looks like blouses on the top, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Jackets on the bottom, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then on the right-hand side, you can see some dresses that are hanging up, correct?
Appears to be, yes.
Okay. And on 160, does that, take your time looking at it, but does that show any electronic devices in that particular closet?
If you look towards the end, you see a USPS box, and there will be a laptop underneath.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Not that's jumping out at me right now.
I got really bad eyesight because I'm old. See that little light under there? Underneath that blouse?
Okay.
Does that appear to be something electronic?
It could be.
Is it a light that's on?
I see a dot there. I'm not.
Okay. Did you all, excuse me, do you recall as part of the search going through a safe?
No.
Well,
So there would be no pictures of the safe that was present in the home?
I don't recall pictures of the safe, no.
If there is a safe with your search warrant, you have the right to go into it, correct? To look for the items that are authorized to get in the search warrant?
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. If someone there had located the safe, you would document that with pictures as well?
I believe so, yes.
And what time did you say you left?
I don't recall
You don't recall?
what time we left. It might have been 3-something.
3-something? So you were there at least a couple of hours?
By the time I believe we executed the warrant around 2:23, maybe 2:20 p.m. So we left probably about an hour later, I think.
Okay. And, gosh, I just lost my train of thought.
guys, ladies, gentlemen, if your attorney is up during cross-examination and they say, "Oh, I lost my train of thought," are you gonna feel more or less confident in them? And this isn't the first time she said it. We just heard it during cross-examination for Patrick Sanford. Oh my God. I get attorneys are human, but my Lord, this lady's life is on the
When you went and
line.
executed the search warrant, were you kind of aware about the general facts in this
forgot.
case, what the allegations were?
Oh well.
Yes.
Was this your first assignment on the case?
No.
What else had you done on the case?
In 2015, we assisted with the case.
Okay. I believe you maybe did some searching of the Prius.
I did.
Okay. Were you aware that there was an allegation that there were stacks of $100 bills that were in groups of 10, which would be 1,000 if my math is still correct, and they were stapled together? Were you aware of that?
I've heard that during the course of the investigation.
If you had found that inside the
Insane,
apartment, would you
man.
have documented that?
Probably.
Just 1 second, please.
Shout out to CPE over there with the talk to text.
one of the photographs that the state entered, and I'll go get it if you don't remember it, but one of them that they entered had some luggage. You remember that picture?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you all search the luggage?
I don't believe we entered the bag, no.
Okay, thank you. I have nothing further.
Redirect. You may step down, detective. Will you
Okay, yeah, I don't know what was going on with that line of questioning. Let me know what y'all think. We're gonna keep it moving. I think we've got some fun testimony coming up now. We've got the jailhouse informants. Yes. Y'all get ready for this. Here we go. So we are now going to get into testimony for someone who knew Donna while she was in jail. This is going to be insane.
recall?
No, sir.
We got the snitches coming up. Well, not really
Who's calling
snitches.
next witness?
They call Patricia Bird.
I gotta stop calling people snitches. I got Woody out there mad. I gotta stop calling people snitches. Somebody's gonna write me a nasty email. I'm not a snitch.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
You may take your seat. Please speak loudly and clearly. Fail Brandon if you can. Adjust the microphone for her if she needs it.
She got the chains on and all.
Will you tell us your name and spell it for the court reporter, please?
Patricia Bird.
Thank you.
P-A-T-R-I-C-I-A. Bird, B-Y-R-D.
And are you in custody at Leon County Jail?
Yes.
Are you in custody for violating your probation on a felony case?
Yes.
And is it your understanding that for that felony case, if you were convicted as charged, that you could receive up to 15 years in prison for that felony?
Yes.
And is that felony that you're in custody for, is that the only felony that you've been convicted of?
Yes. I have a pending case.
Thank you. So do you also have another pending case?
Yes.
That you haven't been convicted of yet, but it is still pending?
Yes.
And that pending case, is that case in Wakulla County?
Yes.
For that case, if you're convicted as charged in that case, could you receive up to 5 years in prison for that case?
Yes.
Okay. And the one that you're in custody on from Leon County is the only felony you've been convicted of then?
Yes.
Have you received any offer or promises in exchange for your testimony in this case?
No.
Were you in custody with Donna Adelson?
Yes, I was.
For about how long?
Maybe about 6 or 7 months.
And was this at Leon County Jail?
Yes.
She was with
Were
Donna
you
for
were
a
you
while.
and Donna Adelson in the same pod?
Yes.
What does that mean?
We're in the same, it's a open pod, it's an open bay where a lot of bunk beds are together.
Okay, so a lot of women are in there together.
Yes.
Okay, so you sleep in the same room as some of these women.
Yes.
And how close did you sleep to Donna Adelson?
Right next to her.
All right, and if you're in the same pod, do you have your meals together with the other women in the pod?
Yes.
Do you have like your downtime where you're watching TV or reading or writing, all those things together with the same women in the pod?
Yes.
When you were in the same pod with Donna Adelson for those months, did you become friendly with her?
Yes.
How often would you talk to her?
Every day, all day.
Who else was she close to in the pod?
Drina Bernhardt.
Okay. Did she have a couple of other people she was close to as well?
Yes.
Were you and Drina the closest?
Yes.
To her, I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Once you and Donna Adelson became close friends, did she
Sister,
ever talk
punching
to
that
you
clock right
about her pending case, this case?
She did.
When y'all would have those conversations, did you ever outright ask her whether she did what she's accused of?
I did.
And what did she say to that?
She said she did. It was to keep her grandkids, but it wasn't supposed to go that far.
Okay, so she said she did do it, and she did it to keep her grandkids.
Yes.
But she didn't expect it to go this far.
Yes.
What's up, Tay?
Did Donna Adelson ever ask if you were ever in custody with a woman named Catherine McBanois?
Yes, she did.
And were you ever in custody with Catherine McBanois?
Yes.
Was that several years ago?
Yes, ma'am.
And about how long were you in custody with McBanois for?
About a year or two.
Now, did you tell Donna Adelson that? Did you let her know that you had been in custody with McBanois?
Yes.
Since you had been in custody with McBanois,
once Donna Adelson knew that, what did Donna Adelson want you to do?
She wanted me to say that Ms. Beaumont told me when we killed him, I knew my boyfriend's parents had money.
Okay, so basically, she and some other people did this crime, and they did it because her boyfriend's parents had money.
Yes.
Who did she want you to tell that to?
She wanted me to tell it to whoever came up and asked me about it, and the investigators.
Okay. Did she offer you anything in exchange for you providing that information?
Yes.
What did she offer you?
A trailer and some land, and she would have her husband fix my teeth.
Okay. So, like, if you got out of custody, she'd help you buy a trailer and land?
Yes.
And that her husband could fix your teeth?
Yes.
Like veneers?
Yes.
Now, was any of that true as far as did Mag Benoit ever say those things to you?
No, she did not.
Did Donna Adelson give you other gifts while in custody?
Yes.
Like what?
She would buy canteen and she would bring it over to my bed.
What's canteen?
Canteen is food that we buy off commissary.
Okay. It's kind of like chips and candy and other things that
and noodles and stuff like that.
Okay. But it costs money to buy those things?
Yes.
Okay. But she would buy those or extra and she'd give it to you?
Yes.
Now, did you ever speak to her attorneys or investigators who came to the jail to see what information that you had?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember whether you spoke to a man or a woman?
It was a woman.
Did you tell them the information you told us today?
I did.
Did you tell them that that information that Meg Benoit said was true or not true?
It was not true.
Okay, but that Donna Adelson wanted you to say that?
Yes, ma'am.
Who else did those people for the defense who came to see who may have information, who else did they speak to?
They spoke to Lindsay Benight and Brittany Purcell and Cassidy Conroy.
Did they speak to Drina Bernhardt?
Yes, they did.
Did you tell your attorney what was going on as far as Donna Adelson wanting you to provide this information that was not true?
I'm not sure if I told him.
I'm talking about your attorney.
My attorney?
Yeah. Did you tell your attorney at some point?
Yes.
Okay. Once you told your attorney that, did an investigator from the state attorney's office come speak to you to get more information about what happened?
They did.
And did you tell him everything that you told us today?
I did.
Just a second. No further questions.
Cross-examination.
You just want to correct?
They might, CP, they might bring Katie back.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
You testified that you spoke with a investigator, a woman. Was the woman white or black?
She was black.
Okay. Do you remember testifying in a hearing on this matter a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember saying that she was white?
Yes. I was confused.
Okay, here we go.
You were confused by the question, or you were confused about the race of the investigator that you spoke with?
It was about the question.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to be honest. As a juror, I don't usually put much weight into these testimonies. Personally.
And isn't it true that you also spoke with a male investigator last August?
Yes.
Okay. And that was about less than a month after you moved into the pod with Miss Adelson?
To the next pod with Miss Adelson.
No, we're talking in originally. That was about a month after you moved into the pod with Miss Adelson.
Yes.
Okay. And you spoke with that first investigator, the male.
Yes.
Okay. And it's your testimony that at that point in time, Miss Adelson had already offered you money, land, and a trailer.
Yes.
Okay. And you told that to that first investigator.
I did.
Okay. So on August, I believe it was August 30th of 2024, your testimony is that you told the first investigator, the man, about that offer.
I did.
Okay. Did you also tell him that the information that you were saying about Miss Magbanawa was false?
I did.
All of it?
I did.
Oh.
Isn't it true that you've also testified that in fact Miss Magbanawa was manipulative?
I did.
Is that true?
It is.
Man, get this lady out of here. Shout out to Miss Bird, but she got to go. I'm not buying it.
Now you testified.
I'm not buying it. These people talk, but they don't be talking like that. Come on, man.
You testified that my client admitted doing it, and that it was to keep her grandkids, but it wasn't supposed to go that far.
Correct.
Okay. Now, isn't it true that the only thing that she did was write checks to Miss Magbanawa?
I'm not sure.
Isn't that what she told you?
Not sure.
Yeah. Patricia can go ahead and take her back.
Haven't you previously said that Miss Adelson, my client, did not plan the murder?
Correct.
He said I can't stand fake people. Me either.
How many times did you meet with an investigator from the any of the defense attorneys in this case?
Either.
Could you repeat the question?
How many times had you met with an investigator from any of the defense attorneys' offices?
Twice.
Okay.
The question isn't did she lie, Tay? It's which time she lied. You're asking the wrong question. The question isn't if she lied. The question is when did she lie? Just time to move on.
Remember previously testifying that someone from the defense attorney's office came 4 or 5 times.
No, I did not.
How many times did a female investigator come to speak with you?
Once.
Do you remember testifying previously that you said a female investigator came twice?
If I said it, then that's what it was.
Can I get a page on that?
I don't have it.
Please show the witness the prior
If
statement
I said it,
or
I said it.
testimony so she can explain, deny, or admit.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
If I said it, I said it. I don't know. Can I go now? Come on, Patty. Dang. I gotta chill. Patty's gonna come find me. Donna's over there thinking, man, I don't even know this chick. Look at this man with his octopus laptop.
I'll refer you, I believe it's the April 1st or 2nd interview with Investigator Newland and Pat Sanford at the Leon County Detention Center, page 20. And we'll start with the female investigator, lines 16 through 18. May I approach the witness?
You may.
Can you just read that to yourself, please?
Survival of the fittest, man. It's every man for himself. You got no friends. Dang, 94% of y'all are saying Donna is guilty. Sheesh.
Did you say something differently when you first met with the representative of the state attorney's office?
I did.
Okay. So, when you first met with the state attorney's office representatives and Special Agent Sanford, when asked how many times the defense investigators come to see you, you said 4 or 5, correct?
Correct.
And then how many times did the female investigator come to speak to you? You said twice.
Correct.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Oh, man. Come on, Patty.
Bird, you've testified that you were incarcerated with my client for 6 to 7 months. How much of that time were you actually sleeping in the bed next to her?
Somewhere in between 3 to maybe 4 months.
The jail records reflect something differently. Would they be more accurate?
Could be.
Could be more accurate, or they are?
They are, because we were.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Redirect examination.
Yes, sir. Will you finish what you were going to say, please?
We were in 2 different pods together.
Okay. So did you sleep together, or I'm sorry, sleep in the same pod as her, sleep next to her in one pod and sleep further from her in another pod? What do you mean?
I slept next to her in one pod, and then we slept in the same section in another part of the jail.
Okay. So when you're sleeping in the same section from someone, are you still in the same room with them?
Yes.
Okay. Despite whether you were sleeping next to her or a few beds over from her, did you guys still have downtime each day in the pod together?
Yes.
Nasty work.
And did you talk most of the day, every day, for several months at a time?
On a regular basis.
All right. Regardless of how many times the defense sent investigators to talk to you, you did speak to them multiple times.
Yes.
And you also spoke to state attorney's office investigators, is that right?
Yes.
And your own attorney?
Yes.
And you testified at a prior proceeding as well?
Yes.
Okay. And did you ask Donna Adelson whether she wrote checks to Catherine Benoit, or did you ask her whether she did what they're accused her of doing?
I asked her if she did what they accused her of.
Okay. And she said yes?
And she said yes.
Thank you.
You may step down. Will this witness be recalled by either party?
No.
No, sir, she can be released. Thank you.
Defense.
Potentially, Your Honor.
Potentially?
Mr. Bird, you may be called again by the defense. Please call your next witness.
Man, y'all get out of here. He said potentially. Go ahead and send Ms. Bird back to the nest. Get her up out of here. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments in the chat. I don't put a lot of weight into these jail informants. Either way, let me read a couple super chats. Shout out to Ms. Bird. She said, I want to be free. Let me fly. We shout out to Slim Life with the 2 bomb says, have a blessed day, y'all. Shout out to Slim Life. We got Les Cleaver in here making that rain on him. Not only did he get 5 memberships, but he gifted 5 more. So if you got a membership from our guy Les Cleaver, make sure you say thank you. Check out the members only content, and also you get instant access to any video we drop here on the channel. We also have Cynthia Hart's in the building with the 10 bomb. Said, ClassE, I appreciate you. Thank you for the link. It's okay, Amy. I'm really turning 68 this year. All right, shout out to Cynthia Hart's over there. All young and stuff. I see you, Cynthia. Thank you for the support as always. We had a couple of y'all over on the PayPal as well. J Money Big Dog with the 10 bomb says, dropping some love and PayPal instead of super chat. Hope y'all enjoy your Labor Day and have a blessed and lucrative week. Oh, Luke, I like that. Have a lucrative week. That's dope thing to say, man. Appreciate everything you and Amy do. Thank you, man. Shout out to J Money. Appreciate everything you do. Always showing support on both sides, man. On the morning show and on the song of the night. We are going to be live tonight as well. I know y'all will see J Money over there. So make sure you tap into the show tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be a fun time if you haven't checked it out. And also, so many of y'all in here haven't subscribed yet. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time we go live or drop a new video. All right, we've got Slim Life as well over on the PayPal. She says, thanks for all you do. So grateful to be here in this amazing group. Shout out to Slim Life, showing major love. And then we had CPE in the building doing what he does. He said the blonde DA doppelgangers. Yeah, they got the blonde thing going on over there. They're doing an amazing job. Absolutely amazing job by these prosecutors. Amazing job by the investigators. Amazing job by most of the witnesses other than Patty, but they did great, man. All right, we're going to get up out of here. I'm going to let y'all enjoy the rest of your Labor Day. We will be live tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you enjoy hearing music from some of the artists in the community, the independent artists in the community, make sure you tune in tonight. We're going to have a fun time. We'll have some trivia as well. So if you want to join in for the trivia, and you'll also get an opportunity to vote and decide who's going to make it into the versus this coming Wednesday. I'll see y'all later on. Again, look out for some videos we're going to be dropping this afternoon and going into tomorrow morning. And we'll be back here tomorrow for day 7 of this Donna Adelson trial. Y'all know what to do. Keep growing, keep pushing, keep it classy. We gone. Peace.